Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is one of the most supportive creators that I have met in my long over 8 years on YouTube now, Michael's Adventures. I'm smiling and almost laughing because finally, this creator is coming up on the screen again. We've seen their channel featured many times before. All of our moderators care very deeply about the YouTube journey. They have generosity that goes far beyond what I can describe at the forefronts of their minds. But Michael's Adventures doesn't often want to be featured on the screen. He gives up his place so that we can look at other channels. We've seen lots of people do that kind of thing. Not that I want to encourage that. I want to feature as many channels as possible. But Michael's Adventures is one of those creators who reaches out to me. We've built a dear friendship over the last 5.5 years or so. And he will reach out and ask me things like, do I know people that need help? You know, who could use watch hours? Whose playlist can I run? You know, and things like that. And I think it speaks volumes. All of our moderators have done things like that over the years. But I was waiting for March because he said in March you could start putting him back on the wheel again. He hasn't been on the wheel in probably a year. I'm not sure. But I did want to make sure that all of our moderators get featured at some point between now and episode 1000. It should be coming up within the next 6 to 8 months. We'll see. I might time it out close to the end of the year, but we'll figure that out as time goes on. We're on episode number 918 today. And when you go and look back, yes, we've actually done that many of these things. So, welcome to anybody who's brand new, and I'll talk about Michael's Adventures content in a second here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And thank you for anybody who came in from Jessie Journals and Unboxes. She dropped a raid for us right before we started here. She does a video every Sunday at 3 p.m. for anywhere from 15 minutes to half an hour long. She's raided 1 million times before. I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. Michael's Adventures actually moved his earlier premiere today so that he could raid into hers beforehand. And this is the kind of thing that a lot of creators are doing to it's a term that comes from Twitch where people raid each other. On YouTube we call it live redirect, but we often still use the terminology of raiding. People will get into a raid parade or a love parade and things like this, and it's a great way to give the next creator who's got something after you a head start. So obviously it's a great benefit. Excuse me for anybody who heard the first couple of words for today's stream. I'll have to go and delete that afterwards. You know, when you're 100% sure that you're ready to go, you reset the computer, you got all your windows, Stream Deck's plugged in, everything is ready. And then it's not. One thing after another just seems to not want to work. So that's my excuse for today. Ellen Smiles here. Holla's in the house. Diamond Painting Yo Tune's been added to the wheel with Simply Debbie Sue. Jessie Journals and Unboxes and my love Kristen Welton are both beloved and dedicated moderators, along with Scratch and PPA and Canadian Family Life. They're all on the wheel. We always put members and moderators on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Big Dude 1234 is dropping a super chat before we're even getting started today, so thank you for that. They've done that kind of thing 1 million times before. For that reason, we'll look at their channel next, and then I'll put up Jessie Journals and Unboxes shortly as a thank you for that raid. And then over the course of the next 3 hours, we'll get to as many channels as we can, of course. And I'll get some more names on the wheel right now. Rushing Wind Mountain and the Groves Bargain Emporium Steph are both there with the source. And then High Plains Camper has been added. And Mac Movement is coming in as well. Just Jason Keto's another beloved and dedicated moderator, a fellow Canadian I've met up with in real life a few times. And we'll get him on the wheel. Members and moderators are always added right away. Hearth and Home is also here. And I'll try to move a little bit faster than I usually do today. We'll get to as many channels as we can, like I said, in the next 3 hours or so. We've actually got a few extra minutes today. Pardon me, because Jessie Journals and Unboxes, her video was about 20 minutes long. So I said, okay, for today we'll just start 10 minutes early. And then that gives us a few more channels we can look at. Coffee Walks and Whatever and Michael Harper, good to see you both in the house. Looking desperately. I thought, yeah, there's Just Jason Keto. I was trying to copy and paste. And not doing too badly for today. So Michael's Adventures on the screen brings us a lot of nature and wildlife. He's actually got a couple of different series of videos right now where he drops premieres every day at 3 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern, where he will bring us a lot of wildlife. He's got raccoons, he's got deer, he's got foxes, opossums, birds, and all sorts of different things. And then he's got a traffic watch series. Again, all outdoor footage on his 3 p.m. Premieres. And then once in a while, he takes us for a look around. I didn't see this video. I was actually out. Kristen and I were visiting with some family outside. But this video looks to me like it might be a walk and talk kind of an idea. I like videos like this where people are out giving us a description of things they know or love or touristy destinations or things around their neighborhood. Michael's Adventures has done that kind of thing a million times before. He brings a small amount of variety in the videos as well. Sometimes lottery ticket scratching or a tablet slot game or some more outdoor footage, especially in the shorts videos on the channel. You'll see he's got over 4,600 productions on the channel, just including videos and shorts. To my memory, I don't think he's live streamed once yet. So while we'll be hoping for that kind of thing in the future, it's interesting to know that this creator has been posting and posting and posting. And then Cove Action is also in the house. That's Chuck and Lori. They bring travel and over-the-top production value with DaVinci Resolve. I've got them on the wheel. Foraging and urban farming is coming up on the wheel as well. But it's time for us right this second to look at Big Dude 1234, and he dropped a super chat, which he's done a million times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. And we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, Michael Harper, you know, that's a creator who's dropped a billion super chats on this channel. You don't have to do that every time, but if you can hang out for a long period of time, I'll make sure you get on today. I try to do everything in the fairest way possible. A long time ago, 5 years ago, we were able to do these streams and there'd only be 30 or 40 people coming in. It only took an hour to eventually an hour and a half. But over the years, obviously, it's grown, and I appreciate that, especially from everybody. I hear a lot of the nice things people say in their live streams and other people's premiere chats and live stream chats and things like that. So we've got a nice, solid, and strong foundation, and it's grown to an overwhelming point. You know, our streams now are at 3 hours, and I have to cut them off. So we don't always get to every single channel, but we'll get to as many as we can. And I have a chatbot in the background called Streamlabs that will help me keep track of how active everybody has been in the chat. And then when I need names for the wheel, which I eventually will, I will add names one at a time from our chat list. And like I said, it's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. More to see, M&J, good to see you in the house. Majestic Lionized channel is also here. Great to have you both. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody. We'll leave the time limit off the chat for right now. I know that I have at least one friend that might come in today. And, you know, if we get any nonsense, I'll just turn it up. And then Big Dude is up on the screen right now, bringing us spiritual inspiration. And this creator's done a lot of live streaming as well as videos. They've got one from a week ago. I haven't seen this one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I have with a fun name that I use to keep or get caught up with creators, and playlists can be a great tool for that. Big Dude will give us some updates about the creator and his life, and a lot of spiritual inspiration, like I was saying. And he's gotten into now 15,000 and 25,000 on a few celebrity shout out shorts on the channel, and then live streams. He's actually got one coming up. I'm not sure about this one. I think it was meant to be yesterday, but we'll see if Big Dude's going to reschedule that. Might be streaming again soon. Sometimes they're playing video games, but the bulk of what I've seen on this channel is spiritual inspiration. I'm always happy to see any positivity, of course. And thank you again for the super chat, Big Dude. Absolutely unnecessary. Like I said, this creator's done that a million times before. Very much appreciated always. And let's get to Jessie Journals and Unboxes to thank her for her raid today. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Tim Mitchell's in the house driving. Thank you for that. I know we've got lots of friends that run the stream in the background. If they can't chat, maybe they're on a phone, or maybe they're working or driving or doing daily chores, or all the different things we could do. And I know we've got a few friends that will try to pop in and just give us that thumbs up and say hello, even if that's all they can do for the day. I certainly appreciate all of it, as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other. Everybody's doing just fine. We see that because, channels are getting monetized faster than ever before, growing faster than ever before. And then Big Dude's going to reschedule that live stream, which is great to know. Butler Family Farm, I've got you on the wheel. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know the Stock Explorer's also here. They're a beloved and dedicated moderator from Florida. I'm going to put them in there with Butler Family Farm. I don't think I added, yeah, I did. I added Kristen Welton earlier. Fairbrick Studio is also here. Sarah Prestwood, good to have you in the house. And hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So, Jessie Journals and Unboxes, I have to do something right now, which is take her latest video and put that back into my catch-up list. I was there for her premiere, but between resetting the computer while she was on, which I had forgotten to do earlier today, and having a couple things that I thought were working that weren't working right away, I had to miss too much of it. But Jessie Journals and Unboxes drops a video at least one a week, every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And usually what they are hauls or unboxing videos. Lots of times subscription services, not always. And a lot of collaboration she does with other creators and other people, focusing a lot on crafting, collages, and journaling, hence the name of the channel. So this creator has unboxed over the years all sorts of different stuff. Lately, it's more crafting supplies. We've seen these wordy traveler type ideas. She's got another one that was, where was the mail? Cards for Around the World, it was called. Around the World in 80 Cards. There it is right there. That's a really cool idea. So Jessie Journals and Unboxes is experimenting with different types of things, to keep the audience engaged. And it's great to see somebody able to make a YouTube channel out of a true passion. You can hear it in her when she does her videos. She could probably go on a lot longer than she does about all of the different things. When she's describing what she gets in these hauls or unboxing videos, or the collaborations that she does with a lot of other creators. But over the years, she's unboxed bath and beauty products, snacks, stationery, more crafting and journaling supplies, jewelry, all sorts of stuff. And those are all featured in her shorts videos. And more of these, the newer shorts, are starting to get even more views. And it's great to see creators raising the bar on their own channels, hitting new milestones. But she's got plenty of these featuring washi tape and other crafting supplies that have done well recently on top of the bath and beauty products I was talking about. You see jewelry there. The snacks and the stationery are not too far behind here when we look at the popular shorts on the channel. And then she's live streamed plenty in the past. This creator does them sporadically, but she's the kind of creator who can have one of the fastest rolling chats in her live streams, a flood of support from other creators and supporters because of all she does for other people. The interesting thing about Jessie's support for us in the Tuber Chat family is it is increased over the years, and that's a really tough thing to do. As we follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. Martin Miller, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Coach Juliet Edens is here. Did I say hello to Diamond Painting Yotun? I think so. I certainly don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. I know Simply Debbie Sue's been here from the beginning. And we'll keep up with the chat as we continue along. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So thank you again, Jessie Journals and Unboxes, for another raid today. And let me extend that thank you to Michael's Adventures for dropping a raid into her premiere as well. It's great to see creators doing this kind of thing for each other. And The Source is somebody you're going to meet a lot of friends with as well. Ever since finding us, The Source started sending friends into Tuber Chat right away. And they've been with us for many, many months now. Not been a year yet, but they've been with us a long time. And The Source puts a lot of focus on other creators on their channel. It's the first thing I noticed about them. And they give us a chance to get to know the creator Doran as well. Often by the beach. I've caught them by the beach more than anything else when I've caught them for live streams. But they've got plenty of videos. They got shout outs for other creators. Looks like they're doing some cooking as well, which is great to see. I've taken the latest video, put it in that ketchup playlist I keep talking about. And then when we look at shorts on this channel, we see that The Source is bringing a variety in content here, getting into 1,900 views, 3,600 views on one of these, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. So he'll do a series of live streams, the support wheel for the week live streams, very similar to what we're doing in Tuber Chat, talking about other channels, promoting other people. He's got interview series, 5 questions with The Source, featuring a different creator every single week as a minimum. He does a lot more collaborating with a lot more people. You'll actually see him in plenty of StreamYard panels with other creators as well. And he's closing in on 3,000 subscribers, which is no surprise, but great to hear. There's Tim Mitchell with the new ketchup emoji for our ketchup list. And hopefully everybody's enjoying those custom emojis. That's something you can add when you have memberships on your channel, so everybody can look forward to that. And if you're not quite there yet, it's a great time to plan and think about what you might do so that you can hit the ground running as soon as you're monetized. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Yes, JGP Jr., we finally hit March already. Actually, the time is, I'm sure everybody's going to agree, but this is the fastest year going by that I can remember. My dad warned me when I was young. He was like, it gets faster. The older you get, the faster the time goes by, and my dear goodness, is it flying. But Canadian Family Life is another moderator. She's been with us for what's getting close to 3 years now. And all of our moderators on this channel have been with us for at least a couple of years. Could be 3 years or longer for almost every single one. Many of them have been with us almost from the beginning, over 5 years, if you could believe that. Now, you'll notice there's not a lot of moderators here. There's usually a core group of around 10 that are here regularly, and then another 10 probably that have been with us from the beginning or been with me since before I even started the channel. But part of the reason is I don't really want everybody bogged down with moderator duties. You know, all of our moderators take all this stuff very seriously while hopefully having fun at the same time. But the other thing too is all of our moderators here have been doing this a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They're all dear friends of mine. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when we visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, we're welcome to meet more friends and family members for our own channels, the same way we do here in Superchat. So I hope everybody will connect with Canadian family life. And she is going to bring us, this creator, actually her whole family on the channel. It's a true family channel. But she brings a variety of content from New Brunswick. And this creator will bring us food bank grocery hauls frequently, along with a lot of cooking and baking videos, challenges between different family members, some vlogging, some creating, almost crafting. This is a impeccable container garden. Her husband helps with that. I know that for sure because he's got his own channel and we've seen him working on the grow lights over there. That's Chris's Creation Fun. We'll look at that in a moment. They do product reviews, now sponsored videos. So they've really expanded the content over the last few years. There's some of that Canadian winter weather that they've got going on. When we look at the popular shorts on the channel, they're well over 3,000, 5,000 on the way to 6,000, and even on the way to 8,000 with one of these shorts videos, which is great to see. They're monetized, of course, so lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And Tiffany brings us live streams occasionally, usually every month or two, and the whole family might get involved, sometimes all together, sometimes they're popping in and out of these live streams. So I'll get Chris's Creation Fun ready. And this creator is bringing us do-it-yourself videos. Like I said, sometimes working on the grow lights for the container garden. There it is right there. Sometimes 3D printing, sometimes working on solar equipment, and now bringing us product reviews over here as well. He's long past his 100 subscribers, which is great to know, so we'd love to get him moving towards the 200 we know he must be thinking about. And then Mariana Latrinia, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Rushing Wind Mountain is going to come up because they dropped a super chat here. Right before that, I'm going to put on coffee, walks, and whatever, because that was the purpose behind Ruby's super chat today, and I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. I'm sure they'll be happy to have their channel featured. And then Anfield Road Layout in the Loft is here. That's true, actually, Jason. I hadn't ever thought of it in the way that you're putting it, but yeah, if we look at our ages and our lives as percentages, it does make sense the way you put it. But hopefully everybody's making the most of every day. You know, we don't do a lot of motivating and inspiring talk, but between the generosity, between the positivity that seems to flow through all of our minds, I hope everybody is. You know, Kristen and I will talk about this kind of thing occasionally. Even she reminds me, you know, we got to wake up and be thankful for things and start the day with a thankful mindset. You know, we just talked about this again. It's easy to get complacent. It's easy to want more. It's easy to experience fear of missing out or jealousy or envy or all the other sinful things we might think about when we're watching other YouTubers and everything else. But as long as we're all doing as much as we can to help everybody else, as long as we're making the most of every day, everybody seems to be just fine. And that's a nice long speech for everybody there. So let's go for a break. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from an interview series of videos you can find now on the Superchat channel. There's 5 of them already up, another one on the way. These are conversations that I've had with other creators, all of which who have been with us for years, all of which who are going through the same things that we are going through. They've been through all these things, and they continue today, with the exception that they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, you know, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of like views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was like pushed to the back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, like skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back. Yeah. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel to get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say like a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, forgive me. I'm playing around. You guys are going to laugh in a second. But we're just about back with coffee walks and whatever. Rushing when mounted dropped a super chat before we went on break there. And I've heard so many different ways for people to do the call to action in their live streams and videos where they say, don't forget to smash that like button. I think that's the most popular one. But, you know, people always say hit the like button. I have heard a creator say gently tap that like button. And then, of course, we see obliterate the like button. So hopefully everybody's done all of that. But I thought it'd be a fun thing to have as a poll because we do that kind of nonsense once in a while. And then coffee walks and whatever. These are fellow Canadians, as a matter of fact. OJ and Deb have been friends with ours, here for several years. From Carberry, Manitoba. So they're actually pretty close to where we are in the next province over. When we look at coffee walks and whatever, they're going to bring us more homesteading style content, a great chance to get to know the creators. I'm way behind in their videos, so I'm going to grab one of the latest ones. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And then you can see they typically bring us into their home. They take us out to some touristy destinations as well. Pardon me, shorts on this channel have gotten into now 5,100, 5,300, 10,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And they seem to be doing these occasionally up to about 9 months ago. We'll see if they're going to continue those. We got notifications on for every single channel, of course. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we have the opportunity to catch as much content from each other as possible. And then Timmy does everything is the boss when it comes to telling everybody to hit that like button or smash that like button or do whatever we need to do to get that thing done. YouTube isn't pushing shorts anymore. So gig life with Stardashians, yeah, it's kind of a crapshoot when we think about these things. Best idea that we come up with here that I talk about is the idea of just building a catalog of content. We just keep creating, keep putting it out there. We have seen a million times shorts videos that have gotten like a boost of views, not even right away after they've been posted, but shortly after, and then a bit of a pause, and then another boost of views later on. Shorts are a little bit different than most videos, but always when I talk to creators, I talk about traditional videos as well, where we can put out videos, and we're all trying to make videos that people are going to like. It's really hard to do. And I'm sure that a lot of people think, well, people aren't watching my videos because they don't like them, but that is impossible, right? Because they haven't seen it yet. They don't get the choice to decide whether they like it or not unless they watch it. So the best idea is to build a catalog of content. We're just building as many videos as we can. Eventually we have our 50 a year or 100 if we can, or maybe even more. And eventually on every channel that I personally have touched or run, a couple of videos start to take off when it's your turn. You know, we can call it luck. We can call it anything we want. Some aura in the universe that makes a couple of our videos fly. And then the whole channel starts to move. And we hear that story again and again and again. There's things we can do to push it. What we're doing here in Superchat speeds everything up. But this is the idea. We just keep pushing out content. And then let's see what everybody had to say. What should we do? We're going to, smash the like button. I thought everybody's going to destroy it here. I thought everybody would obliterate it, but that's okay. To each his own. But thank you, everybody, because we have a little bit of fun once in a while with that kind of thing. Follow the Bradley's Fun is here. Good to see you in the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Yeah, YouTube had a ton of YouTube glitches last week. It was pretty frustrating. We even canceled the live stream because of it. But most of what goes wrong with YouTube when it's technical difficulties like that fixes itself usually right away when it's that drastic, or 2 weeks later. But we did see a lot of purging right before that. If everybody remembers, a couple weeks ago we were talking about major purges. Creators were losing a lot of subscribers, and then all of a sudden YouTube goes almost down for a couple of days and drives everybody bananas. And then we're likely to see new features popping up all over the place. And then Gail Southern Living, good to see you in the house. She's been a long time dear friend as well. What we are looking at right now is coffee walks and whatever, because Rushing Wind Mountain actually dropped a super chat for their channel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So during these streams, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen in order after those things happen, and then we get back to spinning the wheel. And over the course of the stream, in a little while, I'll start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So Rushing Wind Mountain dropped a super chat so that we would look at the last channel, coffee walks and whatever. And then we've got a few more channels coming up. Gig Life with Stardashians, along with Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey and So Magic Fabric Magician. They're all coming up because of those super chats. So we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And then, yeah, Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey. I always do community posts in advance. I actually have to catch up right after Tuber Chat today. But basically what I do is I have a system that I use. I keep statistics for every live stream, so I know exactly how long everybody's been here, how engaged they've been. Streamlabs helps me keep track of that, and I copy out those statistics every single stream from day one. I was on YouTube a couple years before I started this channel, so I already had some practice and knew to do that. But that's something that you can do. The real idea is to make sure nobody ever gets forgotten. Right? You want to remember the people who got you to where you got to as time goes on. And then, thank you, Rock Chick Beauty. I'm going to drop that channel onto my list here. She's from the UK. She's dropped super chats a million times before. We'll look at her channel right after So Magic Fabric Magician. Belt Loop 29 is in the house. Good to see you here. And then when I talk about the system I use for sharing community posts, actually, let's just share one for Rushing Wind Mountain right now. I'm going to share a video that they did a week and a half ago, just because it's 6 minutes long. I think that one has a better chance of getting clicks than the 3-hour one for this purpose. But I'm going to put that 3-hour one in my catch-up list, so I'm going to run that later. But this video right here, let's take a look at this. What Ruby does is a lot of nature and wildlife in different formats. They might do vertical videos, horizontal videos. They bring us nature and wildlife, meaning pleasing audio and pleasing visuals, but their videos can go anywhere from a minute to 12 hours long. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share this video, and I'm going to do it a little bit differently than you might think. So we think about clicking the share button and then creating a post, but the problem is I can't schedule it if I do it that way. So what I'm going to do is open another window here, and then I'm just going to go to our posts page, and I'll show you exactly how I do this. There's many ways to do it. Everybody can do whatever they want, of course. But what I will do is I will grab the URL for this video. And then I'll go back over to our post page and I will type in a video. Check out this. I usually say the same thing. This video from our member. And then I will, and it's not always members. I share for moderators. I share for anybody who's here randomly between members, moderators, super chatters, and other supporters. There's a million ways for everybody to support their favorite channels, including this one, for free. Shares, one of the #1 things. Likes every minute that we watch, and just showing up and engaging the community. So let's have search here. As soon as you type the @ symbol during a community post like this, you get the chance to start typing somebody's name or handle, and then the search results will start to pull up the channel you're likely looking for. If you can't find it right away, you want to make sure that you've got the handle correct. And then Yakov Action, thank you for that. I'm in Niagara Falls, so I put the Niagara Falls there. But that was just, that was a simple ChatGPT. Put some cameras in front of Niagara Falls when I was playing around with that stuff. I change that once in a while. I got to change that again. And then what I'm going to do when I click on the video button is it's going to show me all of our videos here, which are really live stream replays. But what I can do is drop the URL in the search bar, and there comes the video. So I'll click on it, click insert, and now you see my post is ready to go. But the most important thing is I'm going to schedule it. So instead of clicking post, I'm going to go down here to schedule. You can do this on a phone too. I do it all the time. And then I'm going to set the date to today, because it always wants to start with tomorrow. And then I'm going to change the time. We're going to be on until about 6:30. So let's just say just before 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I'm going to have this video shared out. And all I have to do is hit schedule, and then you see it's ready to go. It's the only one I've got scheduled so far. But then if we dig back through the community posts from today, you're going to see, like, you know, tons of different ones from all different kinds of creators. One of our videos there, our live streams I always share. But other than that, the community posts are for everybody else. And then some of the channels you recognize, some of the channels not so much. Some are here once in a while. Some have been friends for years. And one of the things that I do, usually weekly, not always, is share a video from the Creator Insider channel. I'm going to type this in the chat. Creator Insider. And then there's another YouTube channel called YouTube Creators. They're both run by YouTube, so they're official channels where they keep us up to date about things that are coming up, like features and almost tutorials, more like discussions about how to use some of the stuff. And then Sixpose is back. Good to see you here. Fuzzy Adventures is in the house. You Learn with Robert is also here. BH Road Stories is in the house. Forgive me for anybody I've missed so far. I'll try to catch up in a second here. We're still looking at Rushing Wind Mountain. Ruby, this is a friend who's been with us for almost 5 years. Casino Slot Couple, good to see you here. And then Sam's Vlogs Trains Amora, beloved and dedicated moderator, is here. He's posting all the time. He posts at least a video a week. And then Crafty Witch 232 I saw come in. That's Andy. I finally caught her for a live stream. Was it last? It couldn't have been last night. I was out, but I think it was the night before. Had a friend's 50th birthday. Quite a celebration. Lots of family and friends surrounding this guy, so that was great. Crafty Witch 232, thank you for the super chat, by the way. And Andy's done that a million times before. We're going to get Crafty Witch 232 on right after Rock Chick Beauty for the same reason. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat again. I know I say that a million times. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So when we talk about Rushing Wind Mountain, I mentioned the idea of pleasing audio and pleasing visuals. When I roll over some of these videos and show you a lot of the thumbnails, you get an idea of all the different types of things they're bringing to us from the Pacific Northwest. This creator as well has got lots of shorts on the channel. And, oh dear, the latest one is no fun. And I don't wish that on anybody stuck in the snow. And then shorts on the channel. The interesting thing here is some of the newest shorts are really exploding in views. So Ruby's always had, for the longest time, shorts around 10,000. But now she's got almost a dozen that are 10,000 and higher, including 30,000, 39,000, 97,000. On another one, which is great to see. I bet that thumbnail and title make a great combination that's driving views on that. Live streams on the channel as well. So Ruby's experimented both with portrait and landscape, or vertical and horizontal. And this is more of the same. Pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. Live streams can go anywhere from a few minutes to 12 hours long. And then All About the Alternative. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. And it's time for us to get to our next channel. So thank you again, Rushing Wind Mountain, for giving us a chance to look at coffee walks and whatever. And then Gig Life with Stardashians is coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yeah, I can't remember the numbers without thinking about them, but Six Poses Back has a couple of shorts that have really exploded as well. So Gig Life with Stardashians is here with over 2,400 subscribers. Now this is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they let us know that they're bringing gig work, Ship It. I think that's a service that we don't have in Canada for Gig Life, if I'm not mistaken. Comedy, community, ride-along streams, it looks like, and karaoke night, which is great to see. Shorts on this channel they've got as well, and these have gotten into almost 9,000 views, one almost 10,000 views, and one over 10,000, which is great to see. And I think this is the channel. Did I not catch you for a live stream the other day? Yeah, and I think they actually did the Word Up track for us, because I use that as a greeting everywhere I go. Most people have seen that from me before. But the reason why, just for a very quick story, I won't drag it on, but I used to be a DJ in a past life, and one of my favorite songs growing up in the 80s was Word Up. And when I came to YouTube, I, for no reason, decided to use that as a greeting. And then Gig Life with Stardashians caught on to that right away when I got into that live stream and did the song, which was great to hear. So thank you for that. Gig Life with Stardashians obviously is going to bring us a lot of fun. They've got a live stream coming up tonight at 8:30 Eastern, so about 4.5 hours from now. Hopefully I'll catch that one. I should be able to. I got the notification on for it. We set notifications for everything we see, including live streams and premieres, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I think I am on my 4th life, Six Poses Back. I think I got 9 of them right in total, and I've used a few of them. I keep saying in a past life because I've changed direction a few times. Usually work related, but either way, Faithful GLP1 Journey is up here, so thanks again Gig Life with Stardashians and Faithful GLP1 Journey for the super chats. I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary on this channel, but I do appreciate them when they happen. We do put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. So when we look at Faithful GLP1 Journey, we see a creator that's going to bring us their health and mindset lifestyle changes as they've are describing on their about section here. So hopefully everybody will connect. They mentioned it's about family, resilience, and love altogether. And then they've got a few other things to mention on that about section. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos because this one's an outdoor, some outdoor footage, and then they've got shorts on the channel as well, some more winter weather, so they're obviously bringing us all 4 seasons. And one of these is over 1,100 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. And they've got one coming up tonight at 8 p.m., so about 4 hours from now. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of content tonight. It's Sunday, and I'm in the Eastern time zone in Niagara Falls, Canada. So when I reference times, I'm always talking Eastern, but it'll be great to see that as well. And then, yeah, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, I think I might have once and for all hung up the headphones. I haven't done very much over the last few years. A couple people asked for special occasions. I did a couple of those, but they're few and far between, although I still once in a while put music out, just for the sake of self-promotion. I'll show you something for a quick second. If you haven't seen this website, Mixcloud is different. You might have heard of SoundCloud, But Mixcloud is a different kind of website, and this is where a lot of DJs and podcasts and things like that can put out commercial music, all the popular stuff we know and love, without copyright problems. This company took care of all that licensing, so a lot of times I'll post some of the music that I've done over the years or work that I've done on my YouTube channel. It gets blocked everywhere. I don't know how many people here in the chat have seen that if you follow me over there and have seen my community post where it says this video is not available. But I've put a couple things out, and just a few weeks ago I put out another, pardon me, it's not a video, but like a bunch of music that is just stuff that I actually listened to over the last 3 years or so. So really just more for me, but why not post it, right? YouTube had blocked that immediately and nobody would be able to listen to it anyway, but I thought I'd show that to everyone. And just in case you didn't catch the name, Mixcloud, so there it is. You can't post on SoundCloud the same way, for those of you who've heard of that as well. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then when we look at Fabric Magician Annette, this is the channel we know as a handle in the chat, So Magic Fabric Magician. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So Fabric Magician Annette, this is So Magic Fabric Magician. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. We've got a lot of creators that have YouTube channels that either feature some creativity when it comes to different materials and fabrics, or we've got a lot of quilting channels as well. So I'm still getting to know this channel, but they've posted quite a bit so far to get the channel started, including shorts here. One of them over 1,000 views, which is great to see. Pardon me, and then live streams on the channel as well. And she seems to be doing these pretty frequently. And there's quite a bit of information on the About section here also. So they're transforming new and rescued fabric into quilts, gifts, home accessories, garments, etc. Suitable content for beginners and the experienced. I'm always happy to see videos where people are doing things that I either can't or won't do. I don't know if I will ever in my life make a quilt, but I can certainly appreciate the work that a lot of our friends are doing to put into these things. Anybody who's even looked at a quilt understands how much work goes into that. But it's great to see people doing that kind of thing. And I mean, we all only have enough time in life for the things we're going to do, but I'm fascinated by people how things are made and the other things that people are creating, the process of it. That's why I think How It's Made was, I don't know if that was the TV show or not, but I think it's a YouTube channel as well, if I'm not mistaken, that shows us how a lot of things are done that we might not be doing ourselves. Rock Chick Beauty is up on the screen right now. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take a break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back and talk about this channel. Thank you to all of our Super Chatters. I certainly do appreciate that. We've had that from Rock Chick Beauty, Crafty Witch 232, So Magic, Grant Faithful GLP1 Journey, Gig Life with Stardashians, Rushing When Mounted, and the list goes on. And I know I say it all the time. It really is unnecessary. Rock Chick Beauty has done that literally a million times, and I always appreciate it. We put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. We'll get back to the spinning the wheel part of me shortly when we get back from the next break. So let's go for 3.5 minutes. We'll try to make it quick. I'm going to play one more clip right now from our interview series of videos. And these are all creators who have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuber Chat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube totally different hobby, pastime,
Okay.
but we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in a weekend and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap, whatever it is.
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. right, we're just about back. I was just trying to, pardon me, clean up the, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I'm trying to clean up the wheel a little bit. I'm choking on nothing over here. And I did notice as well, forgive me if I'm mistaken, I think All About the Alternative mentioned the idea of a niche. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Tech Mixer if you happen to still be here. Forgive me, I was watching the chat the whole time. It's so tough sometimes to catch everybody that comes through. That's another friend of mine from outside, another DJ friend actually, but he did a live stream earlier today, and I saw him at a gathering last night that Kristen and I went out to. And we were talking YouTube obviously the whole time and this and that, but he came in for a second. I didn't see him this time, unfortunately, but we'll see if he... Oh, there he is. There's Tech Mixer right there. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. He's actually been a friend for years. His video production is over the top. Far beyond. Some of the things he does in his videos, like with his production, is beyond anything I expect to ever talk about in the Tuber Chat audience. Using really advanced features in video editing software. I happen to know he uses Final Cut, but I know we talk about DaVinci occasionally here and this and that. But hopefully everybody will welcome him because, like I said, he's been a long-time friend. And then Rock Chip Beauty's up on the screen. I just wanted to mention, though, All About the Alternative mentioned the idea, I think it was, and forgive me if I'm wrong, about the idea of having a niche, right? So in a perfect world, if somebody was to come to me today and say, hey, Kevin, I know you've been on YouTube for a long time. What do you think I should do? My first thing would be to say, okay, please don't think of it as becoming a YouTuber. Think of it as becoming a content creator, and then you cross-promote and cross-post on every platform that you can make time for. So Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, anywhere that you feel you can make time, including YouTube, because you never know which one's going to be the one that moves for you. Even though YouTube is still the king when it comes to monetization, it seems, right? And then the other thing is a razor sharp focus niche is truly the best idea. All of the biggest channels that are going to talk about the things we talk about here are going to say, if you can have razor sharp focus, that's going to be the fastest way to grow. I agree. You see that Tuber Chat is very strong and solid because we only do one thing, right? Our copyright-free music channel only does one thing. But I started on YouTube 8 years ago. I still today have a personal channel where I post whatever I want, right? And here's the thing. If you're going to post whatever you like, that's fine. You can do series of videos. Some people break off into a second channel. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could, right? But if you've already started YouTube, there's no sense in getting upset and waiting and saying, well, some of the big YouTubers said that I should be doing a niche, because you've already started, right? And we see creators doing just fine with variety channels. I have run other channels for other people, and I promise you, some of those channels have had extremely high, what we would call, let's say, CPMs and this and that. When you think about how many views they're getting, we're talking about maximizing the revenue, whether it's through AdSense or Super Chats or Amazon money and stuff like this. We talk about that occasionally as well. So in a perfect world, yes, if you could have chosen what you were going to do before you did it, then you could have said, yeah, I'm going to have a razor sharp focus. I'm only going to scratch pink lottery tickets, and that's going to be my niche. But if not, everybody can do just fine. I believe anybody here that stays in this community for any amount of time, and the only reason I say this community is because of our feelings about generosity, right? The universal thought about it between all of us. Anybody who stays can get to 10,000 subscribers if they want to, right? And I believe anybody that gets to, let's say, 3,000, 100% organically, can get to 10,000 with no problem. 100,000 eventually. The only reason why 100,000 or a million becomes questionable is because we don't know what the world's going to look like in 3 years. We don't know what YouTube's going to look like in 3 years. They keep making changes. COVID changed everything, and that kind of thing. But other than that, I absolutely believe that regardless of your category or niche, there's a lot more to YouTube than just the videos. This is a social network, whether we want to call it that or not, which means we need to participate. The more we give to others, the more we receive. And in this community, we talk about the idea of giving much more than we expect to receive from other people. It's not fair, but life's not fair, and we all know that, right? So if you want 3 comments on your videos, you go give 10. If you want 3 views on your videos, you go give 10. And eventually, by giving so much more to other people, you're going to have more than you expected to have when you started YouTube. That's absolutely true, and you hear it in the stories that I tell about a lot of the creators who are here now and have been with us for years, let's just say. So, long speech for everybody, but I wanted to mention all of that. And there you go. Yeah, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is doing just fine. And he mixes a bit of variety in between the train videos, right? Jesse Journals and Unboxes does unboxings, but of all kinds of different stuff. Mixes and collaborations. We saw Canadian Family Life earlier doing a mix of cooking, baking, grocery hauls, challenges between family. And she's doing just fine. Rock Chick Beauty, another creator who is not razor sharp focused, but this creator does typically have a niche. So she'll mention the idea of talking all things alternative, focusing on lifestyle, beauty, travel, and makeup. But she's been at this for 5.5 years as well. She's been with us pretty much since the beginning. The interesting thing about what Rock Chick Beauty has done on her channel, you see, the professional look. She's putting a lot of work into all of her thumbnails. Even though every video gets a different look on its thumbnail, the bright, bold headshots make her recognizable. This will likely pay off in the long term when we think about branding. When somebody has already seen a video that they've enjoyed from this creator and YouTube recommends another one, they'll likely be drawn to click on that again because they'll say, hey, I had a good experience with this creator once. I'll likely have a good experience with this creator again. And Rock Chick Beauty reset and restarted her whole channel about 6 months after starting. So the idea is, could you come back stronger and more solidly? But you get the idea from just the look of this channel that she's done absolutely that. So she's expanded her content from makeup and beauty and get ready with me type videos. She's done tons of live streaming. We've been on panels several times together. But Rock Chick Beauty Oriane has gotten into a lot of product reviews, unboxing videos, and even sponsored videos now, which is great to see. So she's got another subscription box here. I love subscription boxes. I don't know if it's the reactions or just the idea of the surprise, but I'll watch a subscription service unboxing video of just about anything. And I've had a few myself, so I really enjoy that stuff. But Rock Chick Beauty is now closing in on 1,500 subscribers. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, she's got shorts over here at 12,000, 14,000, which is great to see, and then live streams on her channel as well. So I missed the last one a few months ago. Hopefully she'll do another one again soon. She does these occasionally. And just to put it out there for anybody here that is going to do a live stream or has a special event coming up, whether it's a birthday, an anniversary, or anything else, I know you can't just sit there and message every single person that you want to come into your live stream or premiere, but you're free to message me anytime. Anybody can reach out. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well, and I will always make an effort to try to come in for whatever anybody has happening. I try to never miss anybody's monetization celebrations. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then the best the best success, Freudian slip there maybe, the best success in this community on this channel comes from making the first move and reaching out to other creators, again with generosity, the intent of giving much more than we expect to receive. But by making the first move, starting a conversation with another creator, knowing you've got their attention because people are coming in and out all the time, that's what we're supposed to be doing, you can get a conversation started, let somebody know you want to connect, do all the things you wish they would do for you, first, come back here, let them know you've done that. They will turn around and do the same thing for you. The idea, of course, is, like I said, giving much more than we expect to receive and making the first move. That's how you see the creators who are doing the best at what we're doing here. This is why these creators are doing this. They're cherry picking their connections based on the conversations they see in the chat, and they're reaching out to other creators with that generosity, knowing they'll get everything that they want afterwards. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Crafty Witch 232. And thank you again, Oriane from Rock Chick Beauty, Crafty Witch 232. They both dropped super chats, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. They've both done that a million times before. It's almost time for us to start spinning the wheel, so we'll get to that. We've got a few extra minutes today because we started before 3:30. We'll keep this going until 6:30. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so we still got a couple hours to go. It's plenty of time to put plenty of channels on the wheel and on the screen. Calico Panther, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Not sure if I got that channel on the wheel, but I've got it there now. Crafty Witch 232. This is Andy, and this is a creator that brings a lot of different types of crafting on her channel. I came to learn after a few months that this creator actually sells a lot of what they make. It's the reason why they're making so much, and we've started to see their creations pop up on other channels now. So she mentioned she crafts all the things: cross stitch, crochet, 3D printing, jewelry making, perler beads. I've even seen them play a video game on the channel. They collaborate with other people, and when I go over some of the thumbnails and rollovers here, you start to get an idea of some of what they're making, mostly crochet and 3D printing, but I've seen the cross stitch and a few other things from this creator. Shorts on the channel have done really well, getting into over 3,000 on a couple of them, but over 10,000 on one and over 14,000 on another one. You get the idea of all the pop culture references you're going to find in the things that Andy is making here. And then this creator does live streams almost every night. So they're on frequently, usually 9 p.m. Eastern, but anywhere thereabouts. They often collaborate with other people, and they're creating the whole way along, usually with vertical live streams. So this is one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the Tuber Chat family, at well over 5,200 subscribers now, because Andy, first of all, is live streaming and posting shorts and other things so frequently, but she's a dynamic creator who does a great job of keeping up with the chat as well while she's creating, which is something to say for sure. I wonder about the idea of trying to do some of the things that she does when it comes to crocheting and other crafting and everything, but trying to keep up with a channel and a chat at the same time is quite something to say, I'm sure. Simply Jam Homestead is in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another longtime friend. And then Hearth and Home is still here. I think I've got them on the wheel, or I did have. I clear names off of the wheel once in a while if we go on a break and haven't seen anybody in half an hour, 20 minutes, something like that. But members and moderators will always be re-added to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat, and then super chatters and membership gifters are put up on the screen right away in order, even though those things I keep saying are absolutely unnecessary, always appreciated. And then, yes, Nomads is in the house. Candy K all day. I put on the wheel a while ago. We'll see what they've got going on right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Candy K all day, lifestyle, living, and loving. This is another creator I'm still getting to know, but she's doing a ton of live streaming, and she's going to help us when we think about our YouTube journey as well. This is really cool to do a channel parade idea. Lots of creators we talked about raiding earlier. Michael's Adventures earlier raided into Jesse Journals and Unboxes. She raided into ours. And I usually raid into somebody at just about the end of every day. If anybody's going to be on at 6:30 today, 2 hours from now, just please let me know. And we can set up a raid because I don't have one set for today. And then we know Michael's Adventures will be on at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official will be on at 9. They usually are, but they changed things up over the last couple of weeks. So we'll have to ask Tim Mitchell or Chef CV about that. Pardon me. Yeah, I missed Dan's live stream. He was on from Handicap Traveler on Friday. He only does one stream per month, but he does them on the last Friday, and we did a stream right at the same time. Candy K All Day is here with 3,000 subscribers, which is great to see. I'm going to grab one of her latest videos. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about. We see all 4 seasons in content here again with some snow day fun there and some more cooking videos, which is great to see. And then this creator's got shorts on the channel, and these have gotten now into almost 1,000 views on one, 1,300 on another one. I think they got plenty more popular ones. Look at this, 3,000, 3,400, 6,100. A lot of the cooking videos are doing really well. It's no surprise, actually. And then they have, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. We get there. Plenty of live streams. I thought I caught you for one of these not too long ago. I guess it was 2 weeks already, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon. And I keep saying it, but we got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as well. And then Gail's Southern Living is still in the house, and I think I just saw Thrive and Glow with Joe come in. I'm going to get Coach Juliet Edens onto the screen, and then I'll get Thrive and Glow with Joe onto the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Lisa J. Stocks, I know you've been here for a while. Forgive me, I might have not had you on the wheel right away. I've got you on there now. She's a longtime dear friend. I think Lisa J. Stocks might have been with us for 3 years by now. It's got to be 2 for sure, if not 3, and I could be wrong. It could be even longer. But I make mistakes when I talk about that sometimes. Oki's Eden, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then when we look at Coach Julia Edens, this creator is actually collaborating with a lot of people. And I'll show you that especially in the live stream shortly. But she's posting videos pretty frequently talking about healthy eating, healthy living. And then here we go, your trusted source for clear science-based health. So that's an idea. And she's posting frequently, as you can say, several times a week. Sometimes the guest joiner in videos. Sometimes it's live streams. There's plenty of shorts here that are now getting close to 10,000 views. One of them over 26,000, which is great to see. And then this creator, the live streams, like I said, are pretty frequent, and you can see they're lined up with tons of guests. They got plenty that have passed already, lots of friends to be met, sometimes even a StreamYard panel full of other creators or guests. There's Oki's Eden right there. So it's great to see familiar faces here, and Coach Julia Eden's obviously a dynamic creator, but generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. She's here with us usually just about every stream. 99 Midnight Gamer YT, good to see you in the house. Living Large with L Crew is a vlogger in the truest sense of the word, and probably best shuffle dancer in the Tuber Chat family, as a matter of fact. And then let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who is coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Coach Juliet Edens and Oki's Eden. I'm assuming that you're serious when you say that your cousin. Because I have to ask, like, is it real cousin, or is it like I say everybody's cousin? I'm like, oh, your cousin over here. But I wonder about that. But that's a really cool thing to know, and another great story for me to tell, to be honest with you, because I talk about people like Big Dude. Their cousin, for the life of me, I can't remember his cousin's channel name right this second, is here with us frequently. And then any in real life friends or family members supporting each other's channels. I'm always happy to know about that. The biggest complaint we've gotten on YouTube over the last, for me, 8 years now is why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our channels when we can find people online willing to do it easily, right? So it's that much extra special when we find cousins or brothers and sisters or friends or husbands and wives and other things like that. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, it's an inside joke. There you go. Okies Eden. Yes, I wondered because of the channel names there, but that makes sense. Yeah, I say everybody's cousin. So, you know, the cat will run by and I'll be like, oh, your cousin over here is barking away and probably wants some food or, you know, whatever. That's been an inside joke of mine with a lot of my friends for a long time. And then, what we're looking at right now, Kristen Welton, my love. We've been together for long over 10 years now, living in Niagara Falls, Canada. And this creator has a channel of her own. So she does her own thing over here, usually focused on beauty and makeup. And a lot of collaborations with other people, as a matter of fact. She's gotten into a lot of unboxing videos, even sponsored videos. So she mentions unboxing, reviews, and her obsessions. So you'll find Get Ready With Me type videos and either hauls or unboxings of subscription services. You might recognize Bath and Beauty Works or things like this, or things like Sephora, I think might be her favorite. And then sometimes she gets into subscription services like BoxyCharm. She's done FabFitFun in the past, I believe, as well. And then this creator, you can see, is really experimenting with thumbnails right now. So one of the things that we talk about often here in the Superchat streams is the idea of the A/B testing feature on YouTube. What I recommend for everybody, if you can make the time, is to have 3 different, completely different thumbnails for every video that you put out. You could do this for live stream replays as well. Because what YouTube will do is give you the opportunity to add 3 different thumbnails to every video, along with 3 different titles, and then it will move those around as it puts your video out in the recommendation engine, sort of randomly, until you get a certain amount of traffic. If you're not there yet, that's okay, it will come eventually. And then what happens is whichever one of your thumbnail and title combinations is getting the highest click-through rate, YouTube will turn that into the default. So it's like helping, which is a great feature. It's wonderful. So Kristen Welton is experimenting with different thumbnail styles, but again, bright, bold headshots. We've talked about this once today with Rock Chick Beauty. Trish the Natural does a great job of this as well, and this will likely pay off for branding and the idea of marketing our channels the way we think in the recommendation engine. Shorts on the channel feature a variety in content. So here's an example of a creator, not with razor sharp focus, but pretty much a niche, talking about beauty and lifestyle, and then getting into pure variety with the shorts videos. Lots of creators are doing this to drive subscribers, and sometimes it's just to post fun things that we think about. For instance, we got pummeled with snow a couple of years ago in a really bad storm. She put up a short, and a few people were doing that as well. Some of the shorts here, 19,000, 22,000, 28,000, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. So Kristen and I have both done a couple of live streams, a couple videos together. She's collaborated with other people. She does these indoors, outdoors, and occasionally. So hopefully everybody will connect with her, will motivate her to do even more live streaming. But she's got over 1,700 subscribers now and has long been monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get over there. And then I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. It looks like it's going to be Butler Family Farm. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Oh, yes, Nomads. That's an interesting strategy. We all have to use our best ideas, whatever we come up with, to try to figure out what's happening. So absolutely, if that works out, I'd love to know. And even myself, I haven't posted a video in probably a year on my personal channel. So even while I say that we should be doing this, I haven't done as much of it as I talk about, only because, like I said, I haven't posted videos. Tumbleweeds on Fire, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. But I intend to use that system on every video. What I have done is gone back on my personal channel and added extra thumbnails to videos that are already there, because you could do it over and over and over again, right? And breathe new life into older videos. This is something we're on a lot now. Just Jason Keto and I talked at length about this when he came to Niagara Falls and visited Kristen Welton and I for lunch a few weeks ago, and we were talking about community posts, how those can be used to drive extra views on older videos, and even the title and thumbnail system. And then Calico Panther, cancel anytime. Are you talking about the membership by any chance? Forgive me, because I missed the context in a lot of conversations in the chat, because I might see something somebody says and then I make assumptions about what on earth they were talking about. And then thank you, Hala, for your cousin as well. And then Calico Panther, is that, forgive me, because I only caught the one message. If that's it, if it has to do with memberships, let's see if I can figure that out right now. So what you can do is when you're on the home page of YouTube, right? So you can go to your purchases and memberships, and then it's going to give you a list of all of the things that you've been doing lately, whether it's super chats or memberships and this and that. So then you could just go to manage membership. Like if I wanted to cancel Canadian Family Life's membership, which I'm not going to do, then eventually at some point this should come up and there should be something here that lets that happen, just in case it's troublesome to find. And then the other thing too is that I use... unfortunately, it's impossible for me to cancel that Calico Panther. It has to be done on either the YouTube system or for some people, if, and this is a big if because I'm unsure, I believe I use PayPal for everything when it comes to YouTube. And the benefit that PayPal has is that you can cancel memberships inside PayPal without having to give like your credit card number to everybody and everything else. And there's nothing the companies can do about that. Yeah, Calico Panther. The only thing I can imagine that I could possibly do to help that is I would have to like actually block you on the channel for a while until that membership lapses. I don't know if YouTube lets it go through if you're blocked on a channel. I'm imagining that they would cancel it, but I don't know that for sure. The other thing too is otherwise, I have heard that you can get a response on Twitter by going to Team YouTube, but I haven't had to do that myself personally because I've been in the able to chat with them in the partner program. I will have a look at that afterwards as well. Never had trouble canceling before. Yeah, yeah, you should be able to do that. Forgive me, Butler Family Farm. We're going to talk about your channel in a second. It could just be that there's a glitch right now as well because my page didn't seem to want to move. If I go here again to purchases and memberships, it should be right here. I should be able to go to any of these, and if I click on it, there it is right there. And it's going to see, I use PayPal, so I recommend that for anybody because I love PayPal. I've been there since the beginning, but PayPal allows you to cancel any membership, and these companies can't just keep charging you because we all, I'm sure, know what that's like when you want to get rid of something and it's tough. So it should be right there. If you can't see it right away, it has to be on a computer by the look of it. I'm not sure if you can do it on a phone as easily. Then I would just try switching browsers or get to another person's computer if you can. If there's somebody else you can use a computer from, you have to log in and go through all that headache. But, oh, and that's true too. Yeah, Calico Panther, when you cancel a membership, it might let you, like, it will let you keep that membership up until that billing date, right? But you just got that membership again on this channel, for which I'm grateful, and I don't want anybody to feel obligated or any way at all when it comes to these memberships. They come and go all the time. Nobody's going to live or die by one membership, I promise you, right? But memberships will stay active until that billing date. So because you just got it, I think last week, right? It's probably still going to be active for another 3 weeks. But if you go to that page, it should show you that you have canceled, and then you'll be able to at least understand, right? And then YouTube with the glitches, my dear goodness. But these are just ideas, so forgive me. Not gospel. Canceled early before. Yeah, that should be it, Calico Panther. You should be able to get there from that area. But otherwise, if you want to try reaching out to me in another way, I can't remember for the life of me if we're connected on one of the other platforms like Facebook or possibly just email. But yeah, so the email here is tuberchat@mail.com, not email.com or gmail.com or anything else. It's tuberchat@mail.com, but anybody can reach out if you'd like to. And then hopefully I'll be able to find some other way to describe that or help. Or even a ChatGPT query might be able to describe better than I can while I'm racing through it, if that makes any sense. There's It's Me Alec Reloaded. I'm gonna put them on the wheel right now. Pardon me, I wasn't looking after my voice last night, and I'm struggling now. Butler Family Farm is up on the screen. This is Jerry and Susan. They share the camera work and everything else on this channel. There's a husband and wife combo. They've been married over 41 years, if you can imagine that. And then when we look at what Butler Family Farm is doing, they've got 116 acres of homesteading style content on their farm, including a lot of livestock. They bring us cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, koi, and a lot of friends that they meet up with, other YouTubers and other friends. They collaborate with other farmers when they need to. They make their own tools when they have to. Jerry has a shop and does a lot of woodworking, really remarkable, outstanding woodwork. And then they bring us into their home as well for cooking and canning and other homesteading style ideas, including live streams where we get to know Jerry and Susan every Monday at 6:45 Eastern. We'll be looking forward to that tomorrow. And then Tim Mitchell, I'm just curious if you're going on tonight at 9 p.m. And then when we look at Butler Family Farm, they post videos pretty frequently, as a matter of fact. They're usually posting videos once, twice, sometimes 3 times a week. And then there's shorts on the channel as well. Now, these have really moved into 10,000, 12,000 on a few of them, one at 54,000. Then you'll notice the subscriber numbers here. This channel's gone in the last year and a half from under 10,000 to over 140,000. Now, Jerry's using the promotion system in the YouTube studio to drive the channel very rapidly. Not something that I intend to use on any channel. I just like to say that, but it is an option that's out there, and then he helps people understand how to use it if you want to. I don't imagine I'm going to be covering any of that at all on Tuber Chat, because I won't be using it. I don't like to talk about things I'm not going to use, and I don't expect I'm going to use it. So otherwise, Butler Family Farm, lots of live streaming. So every Monday, and we've got that one coming up tomorrow. I've been on their channel several times with them, and Jerry sometimes gets together with other creators. He might be with BeltLoop29 or Devil Dog or different creators talking about YouTube and how to use some of these things. Or he might be collaborating with people like Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official, doing some sugar-free baking ideas. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. They'll introduce us to tons of friends as well. They meet up with people in real life all the time, groups both small and large, sometimes even 70 channels worth of creators and supporters in some of the big meetups, and they tend to live stream from those as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm, and you'll meet Jerry and Susan over there with plenty of their friends. And then we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel coming up. But we're going to take a break again for another few minutes. And I'm going to play another clip from that interview series again. This is from the very first one, as a matter of fact. If you weren't here for episode 900 of Tuber Chat, I did something a little bit different, a little bit special, where I had Lou from Two Pineapples join me again for a follow-up conversation to what you're about to see in his episode of the interview series where we talk about how to get 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. If there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
We're going to talk about Tim Mitchell's channel in a minute. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes, but I just want to elaborate on something that Two Pineapples mentions in that clip. He talks about the idea of sitting in a live stream, let's say for 30 minutes, and just having conversations with people, getting to know them, and you'll end up with a few subscribers. So you think to yourself, maybe, wow, half an hour, I got to sit there just to meet 3 people. But when you think about what we're doing in Tuber Chat and what I've said from the beginning, anybody here can meet anywhere up to a creator every 8 to 10 minutes. You could meet 8 to 10 creators for the time that you spent here. You know, if you think about the fact that we're on for like 3 hours. So absolutely, it usually takes a lot less than that to start getting to somebody, especially if they're kind of person who understands connecting with creators. Because sometimes we're in channels where it's not all creators, like it is here in Tuber Chat. Often there are other viewers, and they're not going to subscribe to every single channel, but many people will because they feel like they know you. Right? And sometimes it comes down to friendships. Any friend of ours is a friend of theirs. But when you think about that, I would be happy to meet 3 new friends in any live stream, to be honest with you, still to this day. You know, and I'm bouncing around between premieres and live streams all the time. So I hope everybody just takes some of these clips that I play and is motivated to watch the full episodes, because these conversations are between an hour and 2 hours long with each creator, and I asked for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. And then if you haven't seen episode 900, if you weren't here that day, I hope you'll go back and watch the first while of that replay, because Lou and I got together again, and that's where I did add a lot of my own opinion. We talked about AI and a lot of the systems that we're using to really get to the next level and push things a little bit harder. All right, we're almost back. I'm just cleaning up the wheel a tiny amount here. And we're looking at Tim Mitchell. He actually produces videos and live streams for a couple other channels. You heard me mention Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official, and they've got a complimentary channel, a third one that goes along with these. Now, Tim Mitchell is a creator. Thank you for coming in, by the way, because he said he was driving up until now. But I appreciate you listening in while driving and then coming in again. This is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with now over 400 subscribers on his own channel. It looks like he's got it locked in, too, which is great to see. He's brought some outdoor footage to get us started and quite a few shorts that feature a lot of dash cam footage or a little more outdoor footage, and he's gotten into 1,500, 1,600, 1,900 views on one of these, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel are usually done on Tuesdays. Once in a while he'll bring a pop-up, but he's typically on the road, so he'll do a great job of keeping up with the chat while he's doing that. I've caught him many times for these. Tougher for me these days because he's usually on during my work schedule, but I've been lucky, like I said, to have caught him many times. And the other day he actually had a later day, I had an earlier day, so I was able to catch him. And this Tuesday I'm actually taking the day off from work. I've got a family obligation, but I might be able to spend more time on YouTube than I usually am able to. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Thrive and Glow with Joe is still here. Over the course of the stream, I often remove names from the wheel if I haven't seen somebody in, let's say, 20 minutes or half an hour, but I'll always add them right back onto the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat again. So for our members and moderators, you just want to be active once in a while. Conscious Business Services and, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is Charlene Heel. She's been a dear friend for a long time, and forgive me, I had up until today I had an unpredictably busy bunch of weekends, but we were talking about the idea of me possibly being on one of her channels again. I've been on both of them before, and having to talk about YouTube, and I think monetization was going to be the idea. I caught her for a live stream yesterday, as a matter of fact. And then yeah, thank you, Jen Palazzo. I'll be on YouTube a little bit more for sure, but I do have to do a lot of driving, and I'll have to be off for a while. I'm just hoping I'll catch Tim Mitchell while he's live if he's going to do it. He usually does. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official of Chef CV. And there's a video on this channel from just over 6 months ago, 7 months now, where Chef CV describes the story of how her and Tim Mitchell had met. Now, I personally always like stories like this. This is a perfect video to watch in that it's just under 10 minutes long. You know what I mean? And gives us a chance to know the creators behind the channel. But Chef CV otherwise is going to help us navigate the kitchen. She's going to help us understand some of the appliances, cookware, bakeware, and then of course she's going to make delicious looking meals and dishes. And then you notice the colorful wheel on some of the thumbnails and the banner here. You're going to start to see more of that, especially when we get into some of these shorts videos. There it is right there, an in real life colorful vibrant wheel, which we love that kind of thing. And that's called the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune on this channel. And what happens is people in the live streams are able to contribute engagement with ideas for ingredients to go on the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune. And then of course Chef Steve is going to spin and be all but forced to make what comes out as a result on that Mystery Wheel of Misfortune. They've been doing some really interesting things. I had never before this week, if I'm right, I could be wrong, of course, heard about what a king cake is. And they did this king cake challenge the other day. Chef Stevie's actually been doing a lot of collaborating with people like Devil Dog and Butler Family Farm, where they're getting together for some sugar-free baking ideas. I didn't even know pecan pie, let alone cheesecake, could be made sugar-free, but somehow they found a few ways. And then I'm going to show you another channel. So this is Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. This is Chef CV. And then the unofficial, official, Off Topic Squirrel is another channel. This one here, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official, is going to be live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. So this is where we catch the mystery wheel of misfortune. And then the unofficial official off-topic squirrel has over 140 has 140 subscribers right this second. Hopefully we'll get them another one right now. And then videos on the channel. This is kind of a behind-the-scenes look at Chef Seavey, so they might be bringing complimentary content here, but also in the kitchen, it looks like. And then they've got a series of videos that's just started there. They've got shorts on the channel. They're bringing out more and more of these, and some of these are starting to get even more views. We remember when they only had one at 1,000 views, and now they've got 1,200 on a couple of them and 1,500 on another, and then live streams on this channel as well. Now this one's a little bit different because they play Cards Against Humanity every first Saturday of every month. So that will be coming up in a few days, I'm sure. And hopefully everybody will connect with all three of these channels. Tim Mitchell, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official, and the unofficial official off-topic squirrel. And then I'll spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is coming up. We were talking about this earlier because this creator adds a bit of variety into their channel, but they have been very focused on trains and the stations they depart from. This creator might give us some travel tips and tricks, or they might be taking a trip of their own. They might be giving us a look indoors or outdoors, both of the trains and the stations. And Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More has actually picked up their production more and more over the years. They've done some outdoor live streaming, and they really mix up anything they think will vibe with their audience. And they could do an unboxing video or a product review. Lots of chance to get to know the creator behind the channel, Sam, but he's got more variety in the shorts videos here as well. He's been with us from the beginning, 5.5 years of friendship with this creator. He's now closing in on 3,500 subscribers too, which is great to see. Some of the shorts, look at this, 5,100 views on a couple of them, and then 9,600. I think this one with the chocolate chips still gets views, if I'm not mistaken. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the house. Shy Kira, is that right? Shy Kira, just please let me know if I'm mispronouncing that and I'll get that fixed. And then the Hen House, good to see you in the house as well. And then when we look at Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, so variety in the shorts videos with some more train videos, and then live streams feature more variety as well. So this creator will bring us outdoor live streams, heading to train stations, maybe even taking a trip, or he gives us trivia type Q&A live streams, or almost like, you know, a trivia game quiz style, or milestones and updates about the creator. I hope everybody here is celebrating all the different milestones on your channel, because it gives your audience a chance to celebrate with and for you. You know, there's lots of different things we can celebrate. Our views, our monetization, you know, and milestones along the way. How many years we've been on, like anniversaries and things like that. Any excuse to give your community a chance to celebrate, because, you know, it's our communities obviously that drive the channels, and nobody needs me to say that, but sometimes it might not be at the forefront of our mind. You know what I mean? And we say to ourselves, like, oh yeah, I got an anniversary coming up. Some of our friends will be interested to know. You know what I mean? And like this channel here, in another 2 months, we're going to be celebrating our 6 years now. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. So Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is another beloved and dedicated moderator here. He comes from the UK. And all of our moderators are dear friends of each other, and you'll meet more friends and family members for your own channel when you visit any of our moderators. So I hope everybody will seek them out and connect with all of them. And we've all been dear friends for a very long time. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Fuzzy Adventures, I'll be looking forward to seeing that because I've never heard of pizza at White Castle. We don't have White Castle in Canada, but when I have been in the northeastern United States driving around, I have been known to go an hour out of my way or pretty close to it to get White Castle. So I've had it several times. I hope I still have somewhere a couple of the mugs and stuff that I bought. I ended up I was in New York City and I was going out through Newark. And I came over the bridge. You guys will know what that bridge is called. I'll never remember right now. But right at the bottom of the bridge, there was a White Castle. And I went in there. And they had all kinds of glass. It looked like a bank in there. Or like one of those money mark places or whatever, right? And you have to take the food through a window. And they close the window and all this. Some of you might have even like recognized it or have been there. And I kind of yelled over the glass. I go, you guys are a little bit like too much with the security, don't you think? And they were like, you don't know where you are, do you? No, I guess not. So we figured we better get our food and get out of there. But I did grab a couple of touristy style mugs as well. I love doing that stuff. I am absolutely a touristy tourist whenever I get the opportunity. You Learn with Robert is coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So You Learn with Robert is up on the screen now as well. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I've run into them a million times in other people's live streams and premieres. We've only looked at this channel a couple of times here in Superchat, having them on the screen, and it's a channel I'm still getting to know when we think about the content. But I'm going to grab this latest video. This one's going to be interesting to me. I know it's very short, but anything that has to do with investing and finance, I'm always happy to see. What I might do on this channel actually is we'll look at the live streams and I'll grab something else to run just to give you a few watch minutes here. I know the channel's already monetized, but that can help any channel, especially with retention. You know, whenever we're running videos for each other, whether we're watching them hopefully or running them, it's from beginning to end. So that can bump up the averages on the whole channel. This is why swapping playlists with each other is something I don't interfere with. I just talk about it here because I know how much it can help everybody. I still do it. All of our moderators do it with other creators because the retention can be a benefit to both channels. This creator's got some shorts over here that have gotten into a couple thousand views, 2,100, 2,200. One of them, though, look at this, at 186,000 views. Minion Land is something I think I've only seen once before, but I might be mistaken about that too. And then live streams on the channel as well. So it looks like they're bringing quite a bit of finance right now. I promise you, I am stressing out every day over the crypto markets. My dear goodness, did things ever turn out the opposite of what I was hoping for this year? But that's okay. I'm going down with the ship. I'm in for the very long haul. And You Learn with Robert, I'll be looking forward to catching another live stream from this creator. They seem to be doing them pretty frequently. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. Looks like the last one they did was a month ago. So hopefully everybody will connect with You Learn with Robert. And then oh, that's interesting, Just Jason Keto. Huh, I hadn't, yeah, I'm not sure if we talked about that ever because I haven't put up much that I've deleted, now that I think of it, actually, on any channel. I have wiped out some content, but that's only for fear of guideline strikes. I filmed some content a long time ago, some outdoor live streams, and I got a guideline strike on my personal channel because of something somebody else said at a political rally. And the trouble with guideline strikes like that is that if you've got, one strike, there's any chance that you could get 3 in a row and then your whole channel's gone. So I didn't want to risk that. So I wiped a lot of that content. I still haven't put it back up. I thought I'd put it on Rumble or something like that, but we'll see. Not a priority. But that's interesting, yeah. So I mention it all the time. Anybody, you know, we can film and not use it. We can put videos up and delete them. But I always say that I wouldn't recommend it because you certainly don't want to do that kind of thing too often. And I understand and probably subscribe to the idea of Jason's point as well. If you have a video and you're not happy with it, just leave it there. It doesn't matter. When you have 1,000 videos on your channel, if I ask everybody today, doesn't even matter how many videos you have on your channel, name me your first 5 videos in order. You won't be able to do it. Nobody will. We forget already. And remember how important it was when you made those videos? Remember how much you were thinking about them? I promise you, I've gone back over my own personal channel now and seen videos and be like, oh, I forgot I made that. You know what I mean? So that's an idea. So, yeah, Just Jason Keto says they had a drastic change in traffic as soon as that happens. So, yeah, I might think a little bit differently about that. See, we learn from each other here. I'm not here to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. Even if it sounds like that, that's not what I mean ever. I certainly don't think I know everything. I try to bring my own experience to the table, but I learn from creators every day, and I have been corrected many times in Tuber Chat, both about things in the terms of service or community guidelines or other things, including ideas that changed my mind over the years as well. I'm sure everybody's heard a little bit of that. Yeah, and that, so here's the thing, the hen house, I don't want to get too far into the politics and this and that, but a lot of people believe that the president that's in there right now was elected very much because of the crypto people, right? And if those people don't start making some money really fast, then I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything in the midterms, and everything they've got is going to fall apart. Not that I have a feeling about it. I'm certainly not going to talk about that stuff here in any depth. But when it comes to crypto, yeah, I'm in for the long term. The problem is I have only been in for a few years anyway, and I am certainly no authority when it comes to that stuff. I learn all the time. I could get my way through the cocktail conversations about different companies, different chains, different tokens, different ideas, but I can't predict the future. And everybody that I watch, I subscribe to a bunch of crypto channels. I watch their videos all the time. I probably watch, it's down now because they're making less, but I was watching a half an hour to an hour a day. Now it's probably up to a half an hour a day, 1 to 3 videos a day. And even they can't predict. All the videos are like, well, we were wrong about this, but there's another idea. There's a lot of rationalization that goes on. So it doesn't matter to me. I am going to sit on this tiny amount that I have and be happy with whatever comes out of it. And then thank you, the hen house, though. And we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I think actually this week they're supposed to get that Clarity Act moving. So we'll see if there's any luck there. Oh, that's interesting, Covaction. See, this is what I mean. It's great for everybody to bring their different opinions into conversations like this so that we can see. Because I didn't notice, for anything I might have deleted over the years, I didn't notice any change in traffic, but I might not have been watching for it specifically either. But, Just Jason Keto says, if I deleted mistakes, I'd have no content. Yes, my best performing video ever, my personal best performing video is full of mistakes. I even deleted a couple and it still got mistakes in it. Doesn't matter. We just need to keep making content, do better next time, right? And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Yeah, Hearth and Home. I got to be careful about that stuff because sometimes I feel strongly about it. and we know where all that can go. It doesn't matter what you think. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. And there's so much fake AI nonsense. In Canada, we can't even have news because the Canadian government didn't want to make some kind of a reasonable deal with Facebook and Twitter. So they just said, okay, we'll take our news and go home. And so now we don't get news. What we get is screenshots from our American and friends in the UK and other friends around the world sending us stuff. Now we don't know what's true and what's AI. I don't even think people read enough to notice the spelling mistakes in half of the stuff. And I'm like, oh my dear goodness, the horrible things that people are believing. And, we get to see so little of it in Canada. So it's kind of like, just pray and hope. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is Charlene Heal. I'll show you both of her channels. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The other thing too, sometimes I'm on YouTube looking for things, like if I need to change a tail light on a vehicle or something, right? Anybody can do that kind of thing, or almost anybody. It's easy stuff to do a lot of the time, but I'll watch a couple of YouTube videos about it. And the people often that I have watched doing things like changing windshield wipers or changing tail lights on cars and stuff like that are not worried about their creative production value or anything like that at all. It's like, hey, here's a video, hope it helps, and that's the end of it. And I watched lots of that stuff when I need to, right? So this is what we mean. We always want to put our best foot forward. I don't want to encourage anybody to drop the quality of your content. But the idea is we just don't want to get hung up on it, right? We just keep making content. As long as you haven't done something detrimental, just let it go. Get to the next video. It's probably better than trying to fix things a lot of the time. And that's true in life as well. I do that in my working life every day. I have to physically install equipment and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? It takes longer to fix than it does to just replace it. So these are just ideas, right? And then when we look at Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, this is a creator that's going to help us with positivity and motivation in a lot of different ways, including spiritual inspiration. So I hope everybody will connect to Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. The creator behind this channel actually has a few channels, Charlene Heal. There she is right there. I've been on both her channels before. And then she's got shorts over here, 3,300, 5,400, 6,600. She's long monetized, of course. And she's had plenty of guests on her channel as well. So she's got a few different things talking about YouTube monetization coming up. She talks about finance and again, spiritual inspiration and a bit of variety as well. I'll show you her original channel, Charlene Heal. And this creator, she's been with us for many years. She might have been with us for about 5 years as well, if I remember right. 2,600 views. Wellness coaching is meant to be the focus on this channel, although we can see more variety where she's bringing us some container gardening and bringing us some outdoor footage as well. Shorts over here have gotten into 7,100, 7,600 and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator's doing a few different things when they think about live streaming, but we get a chance to get to know the creator when we hang out in some of these. Sometimes they're talking head videos as well. Charlene Heal, 2,600 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards the 2,700 that we know that she is thinking about. And then we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. Mickey Laughs, good to see you in the house. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And yeah, so Just Jason Keto, yeah, here's the thing. I mean, it's absolutely true. Mr. Beast is always going to get the most views, right? Like, I don't know if anybody's ever going to, surpass that quality of not content, but, the whole operation, right? Beast Industries is becoming a huge company. And now investment firms are buying into it and stuff like that. It's kind of amazing, actually. But when we think about basically the idea is we can just put our best foot forward, continue to learn as time goes on, get better and better and better, And that's as good as we can do, because otherwise we're going to get analysis paralysis is what they call it, where we're going to sit there and be like, well, if I can't put out a video as good as Mr. Beast, I can't put anything out. It's the number one reason why there's not videos on Superchat right now. For 5 years, I've been talking about doing tutorials that I know will help everybody. I'm going to have to apologize for years after this for not getting them done sooner. But half of the reason, first of all, it's time. I like to keep a full plate, and unfortunately it gets in my way. It's just an excuse. But then when we think about, what kind of tutorials does everybody need? Well, I want them to be good. They don't have to be the highest production value in the world, but I want them to be what everybody needs to see. I made a big mistake a long time ago. I did a video of how to change your car battery for my particular year and model of truck, but because I'm not a mechanic, I didn't even do it properly. I probably ruined my own battery, as a matter of fact. I don't know if it was 3,000 or 5,000 views on that video, whatever it was, and then found out, no, you're wrong, you're missing steps. These things have computers and regulators and all this other stuff now. So you got to, I decided to take the video down because I don't want people following my video ruining their batteries, right? So these kind of things can happen as well. And then... Oh, I didn't realize, Ruby, forgive me if I didn't remember that you said you worked in programming as well. Yeah, we have to thrive and glow with Joe. That's absolutely true. If anybody was to go and look, you'll see the Canadian government put this rule in that said that Twitter and Facebook were going to have to pay the Canadian news companies to have news on their platform. So they said, no, you guys are ridiculous. Everybody pays enough to everybody. Now we're just talking greed and taking advantage. So no, there's no news. So Canadians have to rely, like I said, on screenshots or ask ChatGPT to try to tell us what it thinks is going on. That's a fun sport as well, as a matter of fact. And then Covaction Travels up on the screen as well. This is Chuck and Lori. They've got a wonderful chemistry between the two of them, as you can see right away in the thumbnails, let alone the rollovers here. They have great production value. They take their video production very seriously. They've let us know they're using DaVinci Resolve, which is one of the 3 most popular programs. It might be the most popular, but I'm unsure about that when we think about Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro from Apple. But DaVinci Resolve is something extremely popular and just as capable, if not more so, than the other programs. When we look at their channel, they're bringing us travel, and they even share their thoughts about their process when they're thinking about how they're going to film. Because when you're traveling, it could be very fast-paced. You might have to make very quick decisions, and they have a lot of different types of footage. Excuse me, they got several cameras, they've got drone footage, they do still shots, and they try to bring cinematic content. But you'll see the idea that they do exactly what they're looking for, and their production value is definitely top notch. So hopefully everybody will connect with Covaction Travel and see what they're doing. They brought us a different series on 2 different channels for Christmas, as a matter of fact. We get a great chance to get to know the creators behind the channel. I believe they said they're in Syracuse. Am I right about that? And then shorts on this channel. These have gotten now into 12,000 views, 20,000 on another one, and then live streams on the channel as well. And I've been lucky enough to catch a couple of these, and like I said, they talk about the way they have to think about filming and planning while they're traveling. And then Live, Love, Laugh, Lori is a second channel that they've got set up, and you'll see Chuck and Lori both together here. There's another, this thumbnails look similar, but it's not the same series that they did over Christmas. They did 2 full Vlogmas series, sort of. I say Vlogmas, not really, but they did an advent calendar kind of series on both channels, which is really, really cool. I'm happy to see creators working together like this. So this channel's just started, 14 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards their first 100. And there you go. Yes, Covaction. So we'll see. I haven't had a passport in a long time. I haven't crossed the border in a long time. But I aspire to, at some point this year, think about getting one. I used to have the enhanced driver's license, which was a program that I thought would be popular. And for a long time, you didn't have to have a passport because the license had a chip in it and you could cross by land or sea. And I used to do it all the time. I've been to the States 150 times, if not 200. And then they canceled the program because nobody cared. So they said the next time your thank you, Scratch and PPA. I should have known I missed that. The next time your license has to be renewed, or if you lose it, then we're taking it and you don't get it anymore, and that's it. So unfortunately that stopped, but I think about having a passport, but I also don't have vacation time. I could take like one day off. We have like flex days, I have a few of those a year. But it will be not until the summer or later that I have any true vacation time. So I just don't bother yet because I want to plan. Broke but bountifully blessed. Carol, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And thank you, Scratch and PPA. I knew that I missed that. I've enjoyed any time I've spent. I haven't spent a lot of time in Syracuse, but I've been through there a million times. Batavia is my favorite. Batavia is what I joke about as like, that's my retirement dream come true. I used to love going through Batavia. I've stayed there many times. And then when we look at the chat, I know that Handicap Traveler dropped a super chat. Forgive me for missing that. That channel should have been up right now. We'll put it up next after we take another break. We're going to look at Thrive and Glow with Joe as well. So let's go for 3.5 minutes, but I'm going to start tightening these up. So we'll make it quick and we'll be right back. Timmy Does Everything is something else for sure. Thank you, everybody, including Timmy, for keeping the chat positive, especially when we think about our friends in the chat. My dear goodness. And then I'm sure Scratch and PPA never forgets to click the like button for here or anywhere else. I know a lot of people don't forget. I mentioned it. I mentioned the idea, like, hey, if I'm on a phone, I got to remember. Wonder if that's the thing. I got to take that speech out or something about the phone. Maybe that's what that is overbearing or overwhelming. Thrive and Glow with Joe is up on the screen right now. I just watched a video right before Tuber Chat today, this one here, where they're talking about getting the year started, you know, thinking about health and thinking about positivity. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. This is a creator I'm still getting to know. They got well over 1,800 subscribers, though, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And thank you, everybody. I forgot to hit the button again. Stream Deck is right in front of me, but even with my glasses on, I can't see anything, of course. Thrive and Glow with Joe has got shorts on the channel as well. And when we look at these, I'll go back to the videos in a second here. We see that this creator's gotten into 8,000, 10,000, 13,000 views. They got an interesting story on their channel, as a matter of fact, where they let us know they've lost 350 pounds. My dear goodness, it's quite an accomplishment. Inspiring, to say the least. When we look at the videos on the channel, I just watched this one that I was talking about here. Talking about the new year and starting with health and positivity, and then I've taken the latest video and put that into my catch-up list to give me a chance to get or keep caught up. That's a fun name for a playlist I use for that purpose. And then this creator's monetized, like I said. They've got live streams on the channel as well. Now hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I don't think I've caught you for one of these yet, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And I see that they're doing dual live streams, both in vertical and horizontal format. The way we can tell is that the thumbnail and title are identical for the latest two streams, but one of them has that smartphone emoji that is included. YouTube does that automatically. You can change it, but they do it automatically for you. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I gotta see if everything's outdated now. Stream Elements wasn't showing up there with everything it was supposed to. Some of my timers were off. They're not essential. I believe it's just promotion from within here. But it's great to know that that might be working. I had to set that in the background again. Handicapped Traveler's up here right now. This creator's name is Dan. This channel's gone over some change over the years. But this creator typically brings us travel-based content from a certain perspective, hence the name Handicapped Traveler. And then a lot of cooking videos, actually, Dan's been doing over the last, I think, year or so. This creator's got a food bank grocery haul for me to catch up with, so I'm going to put that in my catch-up playlist and use that to keep caught up with creators. They'll bring us to a lot of interesting places, some touristy, some local, and then they've got shorts on the channel as well. And of course, all 4 seasons here, so some of that winter weather has done well at 2,700 and 2,800 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator, unfortunately, I had to miss the last one as well as last month. We were probably on Friday night at that time. At some point soon, I will probably start going back to like every 3 days or so. Truly, I know I still say it, and typically we do, but for the last few weeks I've had to do Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, let's just say. I have a weekly schedule that's going to change in a couple of weeks, and then we should be able to spread them out a little bit farther again. Hopefully by the time Dan does his next live stream, which I'm assuming will be at the end of March, then we'll be able to catch that. So we'll see. Oh, he's going on vacation right now, my dear goodness, which is great to know. Hopefully he's going to bring us some new footage. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel coming up. Thank you, by the way, Handicap Traveler. Forgive me, I was supposed to put this channel up because he dropped a super chat earlier. He's done that a million times before. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, or as soon as I forget, and then somebody in the chat reminds me. Scratch and PPA does an incredible job of catching all that, and I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody, sometimes even more. And then Simply Debbie Sue, we're going to talk about in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at Simply Debbie Sue, this is another channel I'm still getting to know. They've just been with Superchat a few times now. But what I'm going to do is take the latest video. This looks like one where we're going to get more of an update about the creator here. And then she is talking about being in the Virginia mountains where the porch swings slow and the stories run deep. That's a wonderful tagline for a channel. They've got some more interesting information there for everybody to go through when you get there. And then shorts on this channel as well. Simply Debbie Sue has gotten into 1,300, 1,400, even 1,700 views on one of these, which is great to see. And I see they're bringing us all 4 seasons, some winter weather there like we see. And then hopefully everybody will connect. It looks like we get a great chance to get to know the creator behind the channel. I'll be looking forward to that, and I certainly do appreciate the frequent appearances you've been making here. And then Hearth and Home is coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Hearth and Home is up on the screen, another channel I'm still getting to know. Lots of cooking videos here. Looks like some baking to go along with that as well. What I'm going to grab is the latest video. This one looks interesting. Kathleen's vegetable and cracker dip, which looks like a different kind of thing. I don't know if I've seen quite something like that before. Yeah, there's some baking along with the cooking. And plenty of these here, as a matter of fact. What I really like about cooking videos, especially in the Tuber Chat family, is the fact that we're usually seeing things that people are making in their homes, things that people are actually eating as meals or sharing with family and friends and things like that. A real look at what everybody's got going on in their kitchens. And then it's, you know, very different than cooking television shows where they've got unlimited pantries or, you know, $100,000 kitchens and things like this. Some people do, but you know what I mean. 1,200 views on a couple of these shorts videos. They're bringing us quite a bit of outdoor footage, which is great to see. And then 183 subscribers. So this creator introduces themselves. Their name is Merle, and they've got a bit of information on their about section as well. Retired person at home doing things at a relaxed and slow pace, which is great to know. So hopefully everybody will connect with Hearth and Home. And let's think about spinning the wheel, and we'll get another channel up on the screen. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. It looks like we're in pretty good shape today, and we actually had an extended live stream because we were on before 3:30. And we're still got about 40 minutes before we get around to 6:30 Eastern. So I'm going to add a couple of names onto the wheel from our chat list in another moment. We're going to take another break in about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit less. We'll make these quick for the rest of this stream. We might do one more, we might do 2. And then Lisa J. Stocks up on the screen right now. This is a creator that helps us understand, particularly the stock market, things like ETFs and her own investment portfolio and strategies. but she keeps on top of the markets as well, and she talks about things like dollar cost averaging and dividends and different investment programs and vehicles. And hopefully everybody will connect with her. She introduces us to other creators as well. She's sent friends over here, and now we have more financial channels. I'm really happy that we have people like this to help when it comes to finance, because my personal opinion aligns with a lot of other people when we say there's not nearly enough education in the public school systems. I'm in Canada, but still I hear the same thing from our American friends and other people around the world as well, that we're just not taught this kind of thing. I tried taking an accounting class. I thought I was going to be an accountant. That's what I thought when I was in high school, because I thought that being an accountant is the way to go and get an MBA later and then run businesses. And then I've come to learn over a lifetime, no, you don't necessarily want to run a business that's run by a bunch of bean counters, because there's a lot more nuance to business in real life than just the numbers, right? And I do love the numbers as well. But Lisa J. Stocks helps to understand a lot of these things. She does it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. She stays on top of the news and the markets, but like I said, gives us a look into her own investment plays and portfolios. So I'm going to grab her latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with her to a point. And then when we look at shorts on this channel, she's got plenty of these into the thousands of views now, 6,600, 7,700, 9,400 on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. She often has guests. Great to see you with Marlene again. I see you've got a few of these ready to go. Marlene's been a longtime friend, and she always shares positivity and a lot of spiritual inspiration as well. But Lisa J. Stocks has done tons of these. They've introduced us to this creator about that wallet. They've introduced us to other friends over the years as well. And these creators will do Q&A while you're in the live streams. I've been in there as well and engaged conversation more than once. So hopefully everybody will connect with Lisa J. Stocks, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Lisa was on Belt Loop's channel recently, Belt Loop 29. That's great to know. I didn't see that. But I'm always happy to hear about creators collaborating together, because it's one of the best things we can do to grow our channel rapidly. Whenever you're featured on somebody else's channel, you're pretty much guaranteed to grab a handful of their most supportive supporters, not just subscribers. So Chef Mama Bliss is in the house. Good to see you here. I'm going to put them on the wheel. Just Jason Keto is a beloved and dedicated moderator, and we're going to talk about their channel right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Just Jason Keto is, like I said, a beloved and dedicated moderator. Every moderator on this channel is a longtime dear friend of mine, but they're all dear friends of each other as well. They've all been with us for years. Every one of them cares very deeply about the YouTube journey, their fellow creators, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, and their own communities as well. Because of their overwhelming sense of generosity, which I would like to think is the reason I'm drawn to all of them as dear friends, the generosity is the reason why, or I like to think is the reason why, they all encourage and allow people to connect in the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat when you visit any of them for premieres or live streams. You get both opportunities on Jason's channel, because he drops at least one video a week, usually on Friday nights, and then he does live streams every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. So you'll meet more friends while you're over there, and he's always thinking about different ideas for his audience, but he brings us a healthy eating and healthy living idea on the channel, or category or niche, let's say, particularly based around a proper human diet or a keto-based diet and lifestyle. This creator has hundreds of recipes on their channel. They are all easy and simple to make, literally. they're very short, like in time span, let's just say. It doesn't take a lot of time to make the things that he shows us how to make. And it only features a few ingredients, most of which we probably have in the house. And then he talks about different ideas that we can substitute. I've seen him take bigger ideas and chop it into things, taking something we might use as an ingredient for a meal, turn it into a snack kind of idea. He's very known for these chaffles. He's done really well with some of these videos. Got probably over 100 chaffle videos on the channel, many more. But he mixes things up too. He did a different, kind of holiday series. And then he sometimes does unboxings or product reviews. Sometimes he's reviewing things we find in grocery stores or health food stores. But a lot of times he's unboxing things that we'll find in the kitchen, like the Dash Minis here. He's got a barbecue video that's done really well. He continues to make those at least once a year. And then a little bit of variety. He'll take us traveling or bring us a hummingbird video once a year, just for fun. And Variety's got lots of guests on the channel as well, and they will share their life experiences when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle or something similar, trials, tribulations, and this creator has got lots of shorts that give us a hint about healthy looking grilling content, getting into 6,300, 6,400, 6,700 views, and then 23,000. I've seen this short video, and this one's a traditional one, so it's only 15 seconds long, but I promise you it's entertaining and worth a watch. And then Just Jason Keto has got live streams. Like I said, he's on at 7:30 Eastern every week. Sometimes he's with a guest. Sometimes he's on his own. Sometimes he brings us a panel full of guests and introduce us to other YouTubers. And then sometimes Jason will do a cook-along live stream. He's always thinking about new ideas for the audience, multicam setups he's got. And like I said before, I met up with this creator a few times now. Just a few weeks ago, again, he came to enjoy an extended lunch with me and Kristen Welton, and we're talking YouTube, of course, the whole time. There's something to be said. I mean, it's wonderful we all get to connect online, but I'm still a fan of meeting up with people whenever possible, like mine's in a room, let's say, right? And then It's Just Jason has a second channel that he set up, and this is pretty much to post anything that otherwise might not fit on the keto-based diet or lifestyle channel. So It's Just Jason is another chance to get to know this creator. There's one of our monster snowfalls this year. We actually got pummeled in our area. He's only a couple hours away from me. I'm in Niagara Falls, but we both got pummeled with snow this winter, more than usual. And then he's got some shorts on this channel as well, so we get some touristy destinations here more than anything else. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up onto the screen in another moment. We're going to take another break. I just need it for my voice. Everybody can grab a drink, do all the things we do. High Plains Camper is going to be coming up. All right, we're just about... Pardon me. All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at High Plains Camper. I am flipping buttons all over the place. You can hear me whining and complaining in the background. I hope not everybody's hearing everything I'm saying today. Those hot mic moments. There's been more than one today. Nora, the Stock Explorer, has actually just gone live. So what we'll do is we'll raid into their live stream right after Tuber Chat, and we'll do that in just about a half an hour. So we're not in any rush. I think we're in good shape. I'll start moving it through channels a little bit faster here. And then when we look at what's happening on the screen right now, pardon me, this is High Plains Camper. So this is another channel I'm still getting to know. I often say that about different channels that have been with us just a few times. And what I'm going to do is take one of their latest videos, and I'm going to put this one into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that helps me get or keep caught up with creators. So they're doing quite a bit of camping here. Truck camping, they say. Snowstorm winter solo truck camping is interesting to see. I'll put that video on that catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch it later. I love a campfire as much as anybody else. One of these days I'm hoping we can get to a place where we'll have I love a waterfront property. I mean, I might be getting ahead of myself because it's scarce in Canada, in most of the areas where people actually want to live, right? Because if you travel out to the middle of nowhere, there's still some waterfront property, but when you go to the populated areas, it's all been taken. But we have large restrictions on where you can and can't have fires. Some municipalities allow it. And in Canada, it's not quite like the United States where the cities are all a half an hour away from each other and there's a big spider web through the whole United States where you could just go from one city to another. It's hard to drive for half an hour without hitting a city, right? At least in my experience in the Northeast. But in Canada, the major populated cities are all along the southern border. And we do have the Great Lakes, so we got lots of water. Canada's got plenty and plenty and plenty of water. It's a huge landmass of country, let's just say, but scarce to find waterfront property if you don't want to be completely remote, let's just say. High Plains Camper, but I'll be interested to see more of what you're doing on the channel here, and just a dude in the mood to go camping, which is great. We got lots of outdoor channels. I usually group them in with our homesteading friends because these creators seem to want to share knowledge and resources with each other, and I see they've done well with shorts already at 7,300 and 7,500 on a couple of these, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with High Plains Camper. I've seen them out supporting others as well. They've been here several times now, and hopefully everybody will connect, push them towards the 1,300 subscribers we know that they're thinking about now. And then I will spin the wheel and we'll get to PK Adventure Travels. This is Ryan and Melinda. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I don't know what it is about my desk. I try to keep everything fairly clean and not dust covered, but my mouse doesn't always want to work. So in the background, I keep one of these cans of compressed air, and that's what you hear there, right? And I try to spray, and it seems to work for no reason. There's nothing on the desk between the mouse and the wood, to be honest with you. I don't use a mouse pad or anything, but sometimes it seems to not want to be perfect, and I like when it's perfect. So that's my rant about the mouse for today. And then, yes, Nomads is still in the house. PK Adventure Travels up here, Ryan and Melinda. These creators bring us travel in a couple of different styles, actually, from the perspective of travel agents. So they do a lot of RV camping, but they also go on cruises whenever possible as well. Their latest video is a cruise video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. I'm grateful for a lot of this content too, because during the COVID fiasco, there was obviously no cruising content coming out at all, certainly not a lot of travel, and then as soon as that stuff opened up, we got this explosion of travel channels and cruising channels and content and everything like that. So there's a vibrant community of generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters and creators in that category and niche, whether it's travel or cruising specifically. But like I said, Ryan and Mel do a lot of RV camping as well. They've got a wonderful chemistry between the two of them on camera. They're thorough, but have a lot of detail to share with us when they go through things like ship tours and room tours and talking about travel news. Ryan does a separate series just for that. I'd recommend anybody grab a playlist of that and watch them all if you're thinking about any serious travel, because he can give us some tips and tricks about things we may not be thinking about that have gotten other people into some serious trouble. And then shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 11,000, 12,000, 29,000 views, and they're going to bring us more clips from a lot of their travel content, of course, as we'd expect. Live streams on the channel are frequent as well. Now, Ryan and Mel go live every Thursday together at 7 p.m. Eastern, but they are featured on tons of other channels as well. I've actually been with Ryan on another live stream a couple of months ago, where Ryan and Mel, either together or separately, will go on a lot of different panels with a lot of different creators. And then there's another channel here. So if I go to the front page, we'll see Ryan Parker Studios. There's a second channel he's got set up, and he posts videos over here. Some of them are unattended premieres or unattended live streams he's got on the channel. Lots of cooking videos though, and then a bit of travel mixed in as well. And then when we look at shorts over here, a lot of cooking videos here. These have done well, 2,600, 2,700, 3,700. And then live streams on the channel as well. So Ryan Parker Studios is featured with a lot of other creators on a lot of other live streams as well, like the Go Live Together crew with Eddie Lugo Studios and a few other creators that get together frequently. So hopefully everybody will connect with PK Adventure Travels and Ryan Parker Studios. Obviously, these are generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, and I see them out supporting other people all the time as well. And then, yeah, Living Large with L Crew. What I do with my playlist, that catch-up list that I talk about all the time, I'll put it on the screen for a quick second, then we'll look at Palazzo Place's channel. So I'll go to my catch-up list, and what happens is you could do this on a phone or a computer. She's probably seen this before, but what will happen is, here's all the videos from today, right? So I mix these up and start... when I add them, we never know where they're going to land in the playlist, right? Always at the end. But what I mean is, like, they're different videos of different sizes. Could be a few minutes, could be hours long. And then I start to move them. You just click and drag, or you can do this on a phone. And I put them in order from the longest to the shortest. And what this allows is that when I have an hour or half an hour or whatever it's going to be to sit and watch videos, you'll see I did it today. All the shortest videos are at the beginning of the playlist, so I can watch like 20 videos because it's all 2, 3, 4, and 5 minute ones, right? And then I let the longer stuff like live stream replays run out, for instance. So let's look at Palazzo Place. And this is Jen Palazzo in the chat. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then what we're looking at right now is... Palazzo Place. This is a very enthusiastic creator. She's from South Florida, And Jen Palazzo is going to bring us, first of all, some really interesting weather, but a couple of furry friends are featured in a lot of these videos as well. We've noticed that the weather down there can really change in a snap, and you'll notice that in the videos. And then our furry friends are running around bringing us a lot of views on shorts here, 2,300, 2,700, 4,200, which is great to see. And Jen, this creator, gives us a bit of information on their About section. And they're getting really close to being halfway on the road to the official 1,000 subscribers. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. And since she's almost halfway to the next 100, that puts her officially on the road and almost halfway to 1,000, which is great to see. An exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, of course. And Palazzo Place, Jen Palazzo, is an enthusiastic creator, probably responsible for dozens, if not hundreds, of thumbs up here because of her energetic and friendly reminder. She always has enthusiastic, pleasant things to say, both about the Tuber Chat audience, some of our friends, myself included. I always appreciate that. And then we're going to look at the hen house now as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then the hen house up on the screen right now. This is another creator who's been with us many, times since finding us. I can't remember how many months it's been. I think it's been a few months, no? And then when we look at the channel, I've still got a lot to learn over here. But I've seen these before, raised beds as well. Kristen and I live in an apartment. We don't have space for something like this, but I do find it fascinating. We went with some friends of ours from a channel called Hope Bus. They've moved away now, but they were actually only a half an hour away from us. We visited them a couple of times. They had raised bed gardens, but I think they built them. Terry from Hope Bus, I think, does a lot of building. He actually, I'm sure she's helped between the two of them, but Terry did a lot of work to get their bus turned into a full-time home, like an RV home for the two of them. And then when we went to their house, though, close to where we are in Niagara Falls, they had these raised bed gardens as well. This is very different, though, and cool to see. So I'll be looking forward to that. I'm going to put the latest one into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with the channel, get another piece of content watched. They've got shorts on the channel as well, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800 views, which is great to see, and 333 subscribers. Interesting number for them. We'd love to push them towards the 400. We know they must be thinking about. And then I'm just going to put the latest video, or pardon me, the latest raid link there pinned in the chat so everybody can get there easily. The Stock Explorer's already live. They're a beloved and dedicated moderator here and a dear friend, and we want to go over there and support them. So I'll be over there right after Tuber Chat. We'll get to a few more channels here. Sarah Prestwood is going to be added to the wheel, along with, let me see who else is here. Sarah Prestwood, and I don't know if Timmy Does Everything has content yet. If he's going to make content or not. He's got one video there that I see. So then we'll see. And then Mac Movement is up on the screen right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Mac Movement, we see that this creator is bringing us original sci-fi, fantasy, satire, and conspiracies told like a digital campfire, which is interesting to see. I think they've changed up their About section a bit there. And then Mac Movement as well is doing really impressive work when it comes to the graphics on the channel, as you can see. They made a special video. I was honored for the shout out in this video with a couple other creators, including the Source that we know and love. And that was just a few weeks ago. So I hope everybody will connect and check this out, because that's a really interesting story that they put together, and really creative content, in my opinion. Mac Movement is now over 1,600 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 1,700 we know they're thinking about. But I also run into them out there in other creators' live streams and premieres. I didn't realize you did a short as well, so thank you for this. I'll show you a trick here, actually, when I look at this short. I'm not going to watch it right now. I'm surprised I didn't see that already. But I'm going to take out the word shorts from the URL here and add in the word watch, and you'll see that this video now turns into a traditional looking video, even though it's still vertical. But I can give it the thumbs up right away. I can easily save it into my playlist, and that'll give me a chance to make sure that I catch that. And then interesting shout out there, by the way, Mac Movement. And then hopefully everybody will connect. Oh, my dear goodness. Pardon me while I whine and complain because I'm copying and pasting incorrectly. I just can't type. As many times as I say it, I can't do it. Where did they go? Where did Mac Movement go? Ugh. Okay, let's just use the back button. We'll get back over there. There they are. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mac Movement. The handle is simply Mac Movement, easy enough. And then when we find channels with popular names, we find that sometimes they can struggle with the search results for a little while, especially if there's another dominating channel that's been on longer, has more content or anything like that. But eventually, 99% of the channels here or more end up getting #1 for their name in the search results around the world. It just takes a bit of time. I had to struggle with that on my personal channel for a long time as well. There's plenty of Kevin K's in the world, and a couple of them are DJs, as a matter of fact. So it took me, I think, a year or something like that to get to #1, but I think I've got it now. But there's a trade-off, right, when we pick the name for our channel, and I don't recommend that people change the name of their channel. But when we pick our name, if you pick something unique, it's harder for people to remember, but you'll rise up the search results faster and be easier to dominate, let's just say. But when you have a name that's easy to remember, if that makes any sense, as opposed to picking something unique, then you might have a lot of competition out there, so it takes a while to rise up the search results. Sarah Presswood is here right now. Let's talk about her content. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then I've got another couple of channels ready to go. I'll race through these. I don't know why Scratch and PPA, my goodness, the wheel is just not favoring you for a month now or something like that. I thought there was a day that Pete was picked first, but I think that was a few weeks ago. And then the last few streams, it's getting right down to the last like 15 minutes, if not right to the end. The master of all movies, Presswood DVD Collector, is here. This creator's been with us for a couple of months now, and this creator's going to bring us a lot of DVD collections and reviews. And this creator's an enthusiastic creator as well. They're here in the chat, engaging conversation all the time. Shorts over here have gotten into 2,200, 2,400, 6,900 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So she's done plenty of live streams even up to a week ago. I haven't caught a live stream yet. Hopefully I will. I've got lots of, I got notifications on for every channel, of course, but videos I have seen, and this creator will get through newer stuff, a lot of classics, of course, when we're talking DVDs and Blu-rays and things like that. And then working on 1,200 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then Chef Mama Bliss is coming up, another longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Chef Mama Bliss is up here. This creator is not only a professional chef, but somebody who shares their knowledge in not only a pinch of Bliss Catering, but also Bliss Catering Academy. So it's great to know this creator sharing their talents and inspiring others. You can see the elaborate things that they're making on the channel. And then I see that they've actually got a new video from a couple of days ago, which is great to see. I'm going to put this video in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them. 567 subscribers now, which is great to see. They post content sporadically, but they've got plenty of shorts here now, over 1,000 views, 1,100, 1,400, 3,100, which is great to see. And they have live stream in the past. We'll see if they're going to bring those again, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catching each other's content as much as possible as well. I'm going to drop the link again for Nora. This creator, the Stock Explorer, is a longtime beloved and dedicated moderator here. So I hope everybody will connect with her, and I'll be over there right after Tuber Chat in a few more minutes. Fuzzy Adventures and More is up on the screen. This is another creator who's here with us just about every day. I certainly am grateful for that. I know not everybody can be. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. And pardon me while I fix that link I just dropped. Fuzzy Adventures and More is going to bring us a variety in content, lots of outdoor footage, but they'll take us shopping as well. They got a couple ideas for the different channels that they have. I'll show you their second one in a few minutes here. 298 subscribers, so we'd love to push them towards 300. They're literally going to have it any day, could be today. They've gotten shorts now into well over 700 views on a couple of them, 900 on one and 1,500 on another one, which is great to see. And then they've got a second channel, New Times and New Beginnings, and then they've changed things up a couple of times, but you'll recognize the creator right away. We've seen them many times here. They've been with us for what I'm guessing is long beyond a year. I don't think it's been 2 years now, but New Times, New Beginnings brings a lot more outdoor content. They give us plenty of updates about the channel. They've got all 4 seasons to see in their outdoor footage and lots of shorts here, now getting into 1,700, 2,000, and 2,400 views, which is great to know. And then I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go on the screen. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I have to admit, Pete, I am truly amazed. I don't know how Pete is, the wheel is just treating Pete in a very different way over the last little while. He knows what it's like to be picked anywhere from beginning to the end of the stream, but this is, I think, 3 times in the last few weeks, if I'm not mistaken, that it's been the very last channel that we're going to look at. But maybe save the best for last, right? As a lot of people would probably say. And then, oh, is it 3 years, Fuzzy Adventures? So thank you for that. And then Living Large with L Crew, a vlogger in the truest sense of the word. So we actually, it's surprising because some of our friends here in the Tuber Chat family do some vlogging, but we don't have a lot of specific vlogging channels. Living Large with L Crew is one of them. And actually, if you follow her content long enough, you'll see that she's probably the #1 shuffle dancer that I've seen in the Tuber Chat family. That's just a fun thing I like to mention because it's unique and something she does really well. This creator is incredibly enthusiastic, a truly dynamic host, whether it's videos or live streams. She really puts together great ideas when it comes to vlogging, because when you watch her videos, we as creators are going to be able to understand how much work she's putting in moving the camera around. So, you know, you move the camera in one direction, then you do the next thing you got to do. Then you move the camera somewhere else, and then you do the next thing you got to do. And then you move the camera. You know, this kind of thing. She puts a lot of work into this. And Living Large with El Crew is somebody I've seen a ton of content from. First of all, she's been with us for years. But secondly, this creator came up for 2025 in my YouTube recap as one of my top 3 channels for content watch because we've swapped playlists before. So hopefully everybody who wants to swap playlists will just say so in the chat, connect with each other. It can help monetize channels as well when it comes to retention. You think about people running an entire playlist of your videos, every video from beginning to end. And then Living Large with El Crew has plenty of shorts on the channel. They move around a lot. They've brought us to a lot of different areas when it comes to the idea of their vlogs and almost travel as well. If you haven't seen Tomorrowland, that is really something else as well. This creator's gotten into 11,000, 12,000, even 26,000 views on their shorts videos and then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator has live streamed up to just today. They streamed today. I didn't realize that. But I'm going to put that live stream replay into my catch-up list for today. And I love cabins and cottages and things like that. I think I'm going to put this one in there too. And this creator I know will be willing to swap playlists with anybody that wants to do that. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream, and certainly not 3 times a week. But I do appreciate every moment. And I know we've not seen Scratch and PPA up until now. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator. And all of our moderators are over-the-top generous creators in every way that you can be. So I hope everybody will connect with them and realize, of course, I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way they are if it wasn't for their help. I promise you, I make as many mistakes as anybody. I miss a lot that goes on, and they help me catch that kind of thing. And we all keep each other up to date and informed behind the scenes so that we can bring this to everybody when we come on to these Tuber Chat live streams. I will be eternally grateful for all of their help, and Scratch and PPA is known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 8 years on YouTube now. He's been with us long beyond 5.5 years, and I was lucky enough to even know this creator before they decided what kind of content they were going to put up, changed their name to Scratch and PPA, and they have updated a few things on their channel, including just at the beginning of this year, refreshing the Scratch Challenge series of videos. And if you haven't really sat and watched these, I hope you will and realize how much work Pete is putting into these videos, because no matter how many of them I watch, even over the last few weeks, even knowing this creator so many years, I'm truly amazed. But his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video, beyond 5.5 years ago now. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA, push him towards the 2,700 subscribers. He's thinking about this fellow Canadian, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He pits 2 lottery tickets against each other every week on Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern when he premieres his Scratch Challenge videos. If you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this here, faster than most others. He rivals those of Butler Family Farm, the Stock Explorer, and a few others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy. You'll meet more friends there, of course. He gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video when we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And this creator has as well got presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in these thumbnails, which we might expect, but he gives us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his new Lucky Number series that continues within the Scratch Challenge series of videos. He's got shorts on the channel as well. A couple years ago, he took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos, along with some Italian lottery tickets, and then he returned to Italy this past summer to bring us even, well, and ensuring the fact that he returned to Italy, he brought us some more Italian lottery tickets, and these are put out as a series of short videos as well. So I know a lot of people will be happy to see the expansion in content on his channel. His first live stream came out of Italy a couple of years ago. I was lucky enough to be in the chat at the time. A lot of people will be hoping for more, but more so we're happy to see the expansion and content on the channel. Pete is known to update his banner every week as well, if you can imagine that. So obviously a creator that's putting a ton of work into their channel, now working on 2,700 subscribers. And thank you, everybody. Let's make a quick exit and we will head over. I hope everybody will join us with the Stock Explorer. They're already live. I will play the end screen and then I'll see everybody there. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding, day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Superchat, it's your time to thrive.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Superchat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Superchat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Superchat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Superchat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.